Hello, everyone, and welcome to round two of the X Gen tournament. We have some poor choices joining me on the cast today,
Hello.
and we have our 8 teams all checked in and ready to go for the quarterfinals. Looks like the 2 teams that we're planning on watching for round one primarily have just finished their lag test and should be moving on to playing live here in just a moment.
So we'll be looking to get those underway. In the meantime, definitely some interesting storylines already starting here for the second half of the playoffs. A little bit of grudge matches. I think the L v Toph is always going to be fun in my books.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really close one. I'm excited for this one. We talked about it in the podcast, this being probably one of the closest of the matchups going into the quarterfinals. But very interesting matchup here because you have similarly skilled new players in Toph and Nguyen, and then you have, I would also rate them fairly similarly with L and Triple. What are some expectations here? Do you have anything you think you will see out of one team versus another?
Well, I actually jumped in with them prior to the stream starting to see if I could get some opinions and everything. And I heard, "Hey, choices, get out of here! Getting ready for the tournament." So I feel like they were getting ready for the tournament. But in all seriousness, L has been playing quite a bit. They're a very good player. Has seen a lot. Triple, I love Triple. Triple's been around longer than a lot of people have been around. And but one of Triple's, I think, best positives is his variances and unpredictability. I think tournaments kind of tamper that a bit because you know that Triple's not going to be crazy enough to run a slow down mine deck for a tourney, which kind of takes away a little bit of how dangerous he is in knowing environmentals or weird things could be hung at any moment. That being said, I still would never put it past him. And he's got to be one of the trickier players to prepare for, knowing that he could just literally be grabbing anything just because it tickles his fancy.
Well, right now, based on what we're seeing on the hover here from Nguyen, we're looking at Optic Nature with some amount of blazing in there. Probably 2 heats, maybe a stimulate or 2 stimulates. So it looks like they're going to be playing fairly aggressive on their end. Now, as to what we'll
I'll
see
tell you what we're
from,
not seeing, though. We're not seeing a lot of purple. At most, that's one return to nature or
you know
one
what, Triple
turbulence.
is live. Oh, they're actually in game on triples. There must be more of a delay here. I might just switch over to triples since they're already in.
All right, I'm right behind you.
Looks like they're playing something fairly aggressive too. Bad start for Triple though. He's at 1 aura, clogged hand here, trying desperately to get to his boost mine, but he is popping more and more skills.
Never a good start.
Toph is going to save him
Um,
though with the boost mine here.
I'm getting some delay on the streams, and I think it is important to note that even after the lag test, everyone's pings were from the 100s to the 260s.
Well, they do have a
So
European player in there, so that is going to complicate things. But that saves Triple a little bit.
uh,
Oh no.
speaking of complicating things, we see our first lag out of the second session of the tournament.
All right. Well, they're probably going to need to resolve that. So we'll put them on B stream for a minute here.
Where are we going?
And let's see who we can find that's in game. RTS and Mario haven't started. Shadow Shield? Still looking at the menu, it seems. Oh, that's right. I
And
don't
it's
have.
offline.
Let's see. I have Esper's Twitch here. For whatever reason, it didn't make it into my list. Let's see if they're playing yet. Okay,
I've
they're
got a
about to
commercial.
start, so we'll put that on until we get Esper and Triple back going. Or, excuse me, Triple and Nuion and all of those folks going again.
You guys have to.
Yeah, could you share Espers in the direct message?
It's just /Esper28.
Okay. Well, I've got it from Zemexi's point of view. That's
Oh, he's
probably
not.
fine.
Oh yeah, that's right,
He's-
Zemigzi.
Oh, this is a lag test.
You dumb.
I'm
Oh.
They're
assuming
lag
it's the
testing,
lag
and that is a
test.
pretty rough stream. So I think I'm gonna find Zemigzi's, and I'll pull their.
But I
Yeah,
did,
Zemexi's
sometimes that messes
looks
up.
fine thus far.
So I don't know why. I have two like default speakers, and one of them isn't real. And whenever it defaults,
Okay, they may be starting again, but they might do another lag test. I don't know. We'll find out. Unfortunate that our first match has an immediate lag out. That would be how it goes.
I mean, like I said, from Triple, there's just so much variance. Who expected the lag out? Not me. He likes to surprise that one.
Bring in the curveballs early. Let's see. I guess we'll take another peek at other streams to see if any of them are like live in games and not lag testing. They're lag testing on Sign, it looks like.
Yeah, Shadow's got everybody in the lobby now,
If it
but
looks all good, because our ping doesn't.
I'm gonna unmute them, try and figure out if they're lag testing again or not.
It's
RTS
whatever.
and
I'll do
Mario
whatever
and Sign
else.
have got
That's-
some action. That might be a
that's fine.
test.
We'll replay it.
Looks like they're gonna just replay that one since it was so early in the game. They aren't gonna go for the silent rule. They're just gonna go for a full replay.
Okay. And I mean, a such situation like that, you do have to respect. Like the silent rules there. If parties can't come to an agreement, or there's something else. If parties can agree, I think that's all well and fine.
Similar start of Purify
Just
and
as long as
Blaster.
nobody's getting taken advantage.
All right, I have switched back to Nuion. They are live again.
When I go Toph was only 2 aura.
Okay, and we see a good start out of
You can snipe at him.
Nuyon there with the blaster. The Purify was his purple.
Needs to run through that aura. Keep the arsenal moving.
Oh,
Yeah, I was gonna
Okay,
say if
bro, like-
Triple's running the same thing, we know he's gonna be bringing.
Oh,
vibes.
they cross-lagged
I'm
again.
sorry. Oh my goodness.
All right,
gracious.
well, that's just great. That is just great. Okay. I guess
You
let's...
may want to duck in and tell them to all to do a hard reset.
It would actually be helpful if you were able to do that, since I'm running
Okay.
the broadcast.
I mean, that makes sense. So I'll do that.
You might just have to message them. I don't think you'll be able to make it into that channel. Message like L and Triple. And I'll see if I can find another game that is currently live for us in the meantime.
Everyone. Even if we drop a game, it doesn't really matter anymore. It's just whoever takes the whole thing.
Yep.
All right. Shadow and Sin are starting.
yeah.
Hold on to it.
Looks like a levitate and a speed up for Shadow. And he's got a swift blow. It's an interesting combination here.
I'm wondering if he's gonna hang one of his environmentals. Is the only thing I can think with the levitate.
Oh, he decides to overwrite the levitate early, actually. Blazy and Eat tried to put a little bit of pressure on him early. Sin comes on its way over just to, provide support if needed. It's a good move there.
They do back off though, and I mean with Shadow, whenever you can get him before he's fully loaded for an early double team, I would say do it. Do it as much as you can for as long as you can, until you're forced to back off. But they back off, and now he's having time to just set up whatever hand he wants. Looking like it might be some regular Dance of Death.
I'll say Blaze, he has Flame Sword. I should've. Yeah, I did.
Oop, there's a good sidestep and a hit, but unfortunately rolls low on the damage there.
still love the random Excalibur. I think it's so much fun to have the random variant skills. It does hurt when you hit a big 0 damage, though. It does get rid of it.
With both of them running Faith, I think it's a good call to not use the second speed up here. Leave it there in case.
Yeah, definitely going to be potential
Oh,
on
there's
roasts.
the dance. He is ready to go.
Yeah, it's Willow, but I got a.
You are definitely a little
I got a
ahead of me
Dragon
there.
Slayer. Yeah.
You can always pause and restart the stream.
Yep.
Blazy and Eat like two twins over there running the same skin. Dragon Slayer onto Blazy. There's the
I'm
first dance.
Yep, the Dragon Slayer dance combo is going to be just powerful. Even if it's not timed
Oh,
perfectly.
you can't use a flame sword right in front of Shadow Shield. You just
Debris.
can't.
Oh, Shadow with those wonderful counters.
Oh
every
my
time.
goodness,
Oh,
they finished it so quick.
Debris
Yeah, I should've-
is
yeah, I
going
know
to have
you
the
did.
assist there in knocking that 3 damage that sets up that awful awkward pickup.
Oh, that was
so,
rough.
That was unlucky.
so MVP Shadow, but a
That debris-
big shout out to
I-
3
I-
debris
the
damage from
table.
nowhere.
That right there is
Nowhere.
the classic. You know, we call that getting Shadow Shielded in this community. That is the classic. And
Yeah,
yet-
what kills me is they had the right idea. They were on him early, but they were just sort of feeling it out instead of trying to put what pressure they could and make him burn. I think it just allowed him to dig comfortably for his dance of death, and once he had it, I mean, that was it.
All right, we're going to switch over briefly. We've got on RTS stream Zan and Sam versus RTS and Mario.
Oh, and we're jumping in, and Zan is eating some damage. So Mario still looking at full health. RTS in mid looks about tied, but for Zan to be the one hurting and without shields is not something I would have expected.
Yeah, Zan's taking a fair bit of damage early.
Just doesn't
Oh,
have
Mario
shield
takes
on
a big hit there, and then RTS takes the Flame Sword in the back with another big backdraft from Xanxus.
That's what we get for doubting him.
And
As soon as
RTS
he
is
comes in
down.
comes out swinging.
Mario makes a quick pickup, but things are looking pretty dire right now.
Yeah, RTS has got to get back in there, take some aggro.
I am not sure what he was shooting at, but that is a third down for RTS. Xanxus and Sam are putting him in the ground.
And going halfway up the escalator, Mario playing a cartwheel right now, that just makes it 10 times harder on him. Because that's a no man's land for cartwheelers.
Oh,
Just take your time, right?
very tough pickup for Mario.
Mario trade damage with Sam, but I mean, it just leaves him open for the double team by Xanxus. He's doing what he can. I mean, these sword swings right now, though,
Just above you, just above you.
are just to buy him a little bit of space.
Oh, there's the
He's-
manual, and there's the game.
Alright,
We're going to swap back over to Shadow, who has started on Highway.
I'm just not getting any attacks.
Looks like we do have the Zamigzi series is live as well. Let's see. Did Nuion and those get theirs straightened out? Looks like they're back in lobby, but not started yet. And every time I accidentally hit play, it lags this stream.
Trance.
I'm watching Zabigzy now. Good Aura start. Everybody seems to be taking their time, though.
I'm still on the
okay.
Shadow and Sin series.
Okay.
That was 3 Dragon Slayers.
There we go.
Okay.
Finally got it to stop lagging there.
I did not expect.
Aura
that.
cannon. Definitely not things we're used to seeing out of Shadow
Alright,
Shield.
fine, I got attack.
Well, he's got it with Key, so I would say there's probably going to be the Tiger Strength in here. The Aura Cannon helps snap some shields, but it looks like he's going for a combo deck with like the
Yeah,
ground
so
laser
that's
hyper
what we'll
kick
go
type
after.
stuff,
Watch you exhaust.
which
Yeah.
I think
I mean, Hyper Kick Tiger
I'm
Strength
so fine,
is
actually.
pretty.
that's something that I
obvious.
think will work for him and his style. Oh, he does not block the sword there,
He fell off.
but Blazy will at least take a tumble off. Trade could have definitely been worse.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a big
Sindar.
combo.
It's bringing the regular lasers, which opens up that large combo there. Kind of running more what you'd expect on highway to bring the pressure. Flash Hole and Eat's going to do a good job of slowing down some of the long distance.
Unable to get the ground lasers off on the top step there.
I would, at this point, I mean, ground laser's a fun idea, but it's not working. There we go. He does just get rid of it there. Gets
Yeah,
his
if he
own
doesn't
laser.
have the Tiger Strength right now, it's just not going to do what he wants
No.
it to.
Glacial
Glacial
on Blazy.
Not
on
worth
Blazy
it.
there
No.
is going to slow down the advance with the laser damage. Eat's got an environmental. Wonder if they have
He
something.
does. If they do have something planned, I mean, Blazy is in a place where I'd almost let eat the hit and quickly die to lasers while my teammate's right there, because he's already
Oh,
in
they're
reset.
trying to hang something. Oh, they hang a memory lapse.
Oh, that's going to be huge. I mean, eats the damage, but I mean, from what we've seen, the Tiger lasers are going to be hugely effective.
Do we know what Sin's other
We
school
don't.
is?
I don't think we've seen anything with the laser out of him, and I've not seen a color.
Do you have judgment?
If
Well, he's
anything,
asking if
Sin
he has
might-
judgment,
I mean,
so possibly
This may
faith.
just be a stall
Faith.
unless we get really lucky.
I mean, that's going to be really tough for them to come back from that
That means
health
we could just
deficit. I
get-
think
we moved to Pano.
that they don't really have the option for a pop out.
Actually, no, I have Rian.
If they're going to do it, they would need to fight with, reincarnations. But they're so far down in health compared to everybody else.
I'm just gonna have to hold.
And props to Shadow as a true veteran. This is what you need to do in this situation. He realizes he may really have very limited number of attacks. You don't see him just shooting them. He's only going to use those when he thinks he can maybe affect the actual kill or try to separate them, because that's going to be the only way he's going to really be valuable in the match.
Absolutely. The only option for them right now is to slow it down, hope that Eat and Blazy make a few more mistakes, and rely on Sin, who says he has a reincarnation in his arsenal, to trade with them enough that they can make those last couple hits out of Shadow Shield count. Otherwise,
I think those
slowing it
mistakes-
down is still the right option if they go for a draw.
Those mistakes are being made. I mean, Blazy and Eat now coming together, but they were separated the entire distance of the map. I mean,
Alright, I finally got a ring.
I think they were taking for granted that once they got the memory lapse down, that this was it.
You
But
can draw him out to
I
the open and then kill one.
I wouldn't count chickens.
Strength,
Well, he lost his eyes sword.
I think
Oh, there's a
Chat.
big hit.
Yeah.
I'm watching on second screen here. I might pop it over to the mainstream for just a moment. Keep an eye and see if this gets
Let me try just
any
go for you.
major traction, but we'll put Zamigzi and Guinan look like they're getting ready to close out on Palace.
Yep, and that ice sword's gonna be, or sorry, glacial
I'm gonna get into a better position just so that I can shoot down at
could
them.
be helpful, but not if you're still eating.
I'll just shoot you with,
Yeah.
Side damage. My stream froze there.
All right, let me put the sound
lunch
on
there.
for Guinan takes a
Wow.
manual aim. He's down to
Okay,
2
I'm paying this
capsules.
Okay. Well, I'm
He
not. But
probably
Guinan
had
goes
attack.
down.
Got me? It is just you, unfortunately.
He does pick up something. That's a purple.
They're reviving themselves. I mean, they went from 1
they are
health
one
to
shots
2
each.
health.
If they reset, I think we
I'm going to go back down to a lower setting here because I can't
have
run
enough-
both of these at 60 frames.
Base. Let me go get that.
Yeah, mine
get the high
crashed
Okay.
there.
Just watch your back.
Guinan
Rian recycled
is-
Esper. Esper
he has-
only got like 2 more
It looks
health
like
than that.
I can't
Oh,
tell if that's a
so
red
glad I
or a
got
purple
this
there.
color.
Eat and Blaze, you're at
Okay,
2 in health, 2 and 3 health as well on the other stream.
First, 'cause laser.
And Shadow has yet to
Okay.
pop
Well,
either
no, no,
Hyper
no,
Kick
no.
or Aura Cannon.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
Yeah. Oh shit! I didn't know he was coming.
Ooh, big hit there
That's
from
okay.
Critter.
Just come behind the tree.
probably block it.
Play it real slow. Play it glacial. Deep breaths, glacial pace. I can block the aura backflow even if it's coming at you and break it.
Geigen clearly just gonna run this. as
What's the other
support,
attack?
but the
Rian? So
healths
it's
are
Rian or
low
backflow slide laser. Come to the
that
side of the tree.
Good Willow or Rian combo, and that's all
Yeah,
you
just
need.
just kite Esper
They're definitely
and
on their
let
back
them
foot.
make some bad decisions, and then we'll kill them.
Tight matches
Gaming
on
and
both
Esper.
He
streams
said
here.
some poor choices, if you will.
Gaming and
I'm
Esper
proud of
though are
that.
doing a very good job of not. They do have the advantage.
I'm
They
dead.
know that
Can
they
you
only
please
have one
pick me
person
up?
to worry about,
Yeah, I got you. Somebody done.
but they weren't just rushing in.
And
Pick up
again,
the
that's
That's
twice.
good. Go for the next one.
I'm dead. I'm dead. By the on
Oh,
the
you
escalator. On the escalator.
I see you. I see you.
Oh, kind of makes a pickup.
I don't know
That
how
was
I didn't notice
close.
you guys traded. Sorry.
It's okay.
I was busy.
Did
Kinda
not
looked
see
like
the
he was
trade
gonna-
there.
Is that shield gone?
I'm
Tease
frozen,
something
I'm
out.
frozen.
On
I
the
gotta
other
go up.
stream, Blazy
You're
is
good, you're
down. Eat is making a
Just play
pickup,
distance.
and the hyper kick finishes it off. Let's see if I
Don't
can
go up. Go down.
get the
Take
replay
bomb
on
on
that
me.
here
I'm dead.
once this one is finished.
Yeah, I didn't want to go up
But
there.
that is a 2-0 lead now for Sin and Shadow over
Oh, I
Blazy.
didn't know
and
gaming
Eat.
time was up there.
I know. But
I'm
don't,
talking
don't
about, I
think it.
mean,
Just
like I
next time
said,
go
you
down,
got to
go
give
down.
him
It's okay.
props for being patient and knowing how to play around that environmental.
Well, they put a lot of
I-
heavy damage early down. They got a good advantage, and now Guinan's got a difficult pickup here.
Yeah, and they know that he's got not a lot he can do to them back. He was looking like he was trying to tease out a sword.
There he goes. He gets it. Now, can
We're just staying
Zamigzi
down.
put the offense down here
They get a lot more out of
to
going
finish
up.
this game
We
off?
can get a draw out of this if we want to. 1 minute left. Oh, that's perfect.
Oh,
perfect.
there's
Alright,
one
save
down,
your
and
aura,
now
save your aura.
Esper's got a
I'm
ways to
just gonna
go.
hide.
Can they
Wait till I
close
tell
it
you fire.
out?
I will say earlier,
fire,
I think
fire.
Zamixi was just trying to trade and was maybe being a little too crazy with it, but now, and they're in a decently good spot. They do get the
Okay, that's
pickup,
good.
but if you can get a kill here, you've got a pretty far
I need
distant
aura.
gap between them.
I'm dead.
They are running close to out of time, though.
Oh,
my
no!
God,
They
this is
go
so bad.
down. What a close game for game one.
Yeah, and I just think that was a bit of a timing and pace issue. Obviously, Guinan losing his attacks was huge, but Zamixi,
Oh,
when
yeah,
choosing that
it's-
meat grinder, you kind of have to be able to wait and not make those trades if you can't afford to make the trades. But that was a very close game, and I'd be looking forward to going back and seeing how they got into that situation.
Well, we also just threw up on stream. We had the
Even though
close
you
there
had a
for
hyper
Sin and
kick in
Shadow. Closed it out. And let's see if we can come back in on Nui on stream and see if they're finally underway.
I did get an update from them that I believe Triple was going to leave his home to go try to play from his office. I don't know if that's what they did or they just tried the hard reset, because it seems like a little quick for them. In the meantime, I know we're not completely keeping up with them, but RTS and Mario, Xanxus and Sam are on Pano. We've got an annoying gift deck that we're seeing being used. It's pretty interesting. Out of RTS. But it looks like the Neon match is back underway.
Yep, I need to turn the sound on for that. I'm fielding questions from a couple different people.
I cannot believe how fast of a vibe start that was.
Alright, you field questions.
They're
I
both
will
in
tell the
vibe.
stream that we're seeing some early vibe.
Ooh, L already down. Triple
course,
and
that
Toph
one
with a
time,
huge
bruh,
combo
nah.
right there.
Nah, that
They're
one
just
time
massacring these
doesn't
guys.
disconnect.
Combo.
They have like,
You can beat them.
bruh.
I mean, if you've got the major health lead, you've got the right skills, you've got to be able to just close this out from here, though. I think Neon did a very good job of, although he ate the damage,
Watch out.
jumped back right in there and got the pickup. But Toph is
dead.
getting the angle, and that vibration is going to just be huge.
Alright, watch out for Toph.
I mean, we're seeing the trades, but obviously there's such a health gap that it's not really that much of a problem to be a little ruthless here.
Nui in there just enduring a barrage of attacks here, trying to make his way over, and now he loses the shield on top of it. That is going to be an absolutely atrociously difficult pickup. And he face tanks the Vibration Blaster to close out game one.
Nah.
Yeah, losing the shield there was going to be, I mean, especially with an escalator, the Cartwheeler's Bane. Once you were down low and your base was up high, there really wasn't going to be a whole lot he could
Switching
do.
back to Sin and Shadow. We're on City. Blazy and Eat have a fairly substantial lead here.
Yeah, if you want to.
But Psycho Burst is on the
Alright, let me
field.
just get hit
You
by
never know
something.
how things can change while that's out.
Yeah,
Good
I mean,
revive.
nobody is in the one-hit territory on the Psycho Burst, though, so I gotta like where they're at.
Alright, yeah, come up here if you can.
Oh shit.
Shadow looks like he
Try.
lets himself get pushed off just so he can maybe get a reset here. But Sin's in trouble.
Oh my god, this is going bad.
Yeah, Sin is in trouble, and Shadow's not got a great hand either. Now they're both at 1 health.
Yeah.
Sin Darkhold
I'm dead
himself
off
there.
Right where they are. Where they're chilling at.
That +4 speed
Just
should
taking
help
time.
him make the pickup, but it's not easy. Well, he overwrote
No,
the Psycho
especially
Burst actually there.
when
I
you
think I would
can't
have
afford
overwritten the
to
Lightning
hit.
Sword.
God, no matter what I do, I feel like you're 3 minutes ahead of me.
Skill issue? Question mark? I don't know. But he gets the revive onto Sin, but he does go down to the Willow, unfortunately.
Did you take credit for your internet connection being skill?
Yeah.
No, I think you're just closer to Twitch.
That or your skill is just insufficient. I think that's the bigger issue.
All right,
And we
well,
see Blazing Neat bring the series back. They're not going to
whatever.
go quietly into the night. They
Just wanna
will
go to
bring it
Pano
to a
or-
1-2 currently.
it's a weird stance to take, but City is definitely known for being a crazy variance level. The double Willow was huge. I think it kind of turned off
During like
Shadow's
10 frames
ability
per
to do
second
the melee
series.
just because of how long that skill takes to connect. I think that's a great skill for interrupting Psycho Burst and some of the other Dance of Death based things that you see out of Shadow.
I got the verse.
But I would also love to see some Photon Bursts or some other melee defense.
I found RTS and Mario live versus Xanxus. This is probably game 3 by now.
Yeah, I wanted to see what was happening on Pano, but had to jump back.
Come on. Yeah, I'm at. Alright, I want to.
Well, at
Yeah,
this
another
rate, the way
late
these
match.
games have been, so staggered,
I'm lagging.
might go back and cast some of them, but we're catching actually quite a bit of the action, all things considered.
Come on.
I mean, so much laser spam on City already, though.
So much.
Yes, and RTS has that rough spawn, and he is not handling it well either.
Fuck, I can't. Alright.
Say, I know it's normally using the jump lift is the antithesis of what you should do, but I
Using
had no
that
problem.
to get out of there is, yeah.
Yeah, when you see the lasers and not a bunch of re-ends and stuff, go ahead and use the jump lifts. You're gonna be better off than eating 6 damage going down the ramp.
I'm watching
Mario.
RTS and Mario on City, but then I see Xanxus is live, and they're on Panorama. Somebody's got a long delay, and I don't know who it is.
And Xanxus, they were just on Pana.
Okay.
Because that's where Mario and RTS are using the annoying GIF strat.
Didn't seem like anybody else is in game right now, so I guess I'll have that one up. Zan and Sam are actually suffering a bit here on Pano.
I know, that's why I wanted to watch
Are they
it.
annoying
were
gifting with the agonies? Is
gift,
that what
yeah.
they're doing?
correct. That was a real interesting idea. And I know we've played around with it in kind of friendlies before, but I've not seen that kind of thing in a tourney. So RTS is the one with the annoying gift, Mario is the one launching it all.
Alright, well, that one's also live, so we'll pause that and we'll finish off the Pano game
I'm just waiting for
of the same matchup. So that was a loss for them on City, and then we'll find out if they lose 3-0 or if they survive for a game 4.
Splash down, it'll kill.
I mean, Xanxus is harder to get with the agonies. He's got that flash hole, but I mean, if you could just take advantage of Sam. Oh, we got the mobilize.
Oh!
Okay, that mobilize did not work out well for them.
No.
I don't know what the plan there was for the mobilize. I mean, it's not like he had a Muramasa. Maybe Sam did.
It looks like they're trying to do Fright and Dance of Death with Sam and Zan.
Here, where are you? I wanna... Okay.
Well, he's got a Mephistos, but he's not using it because it would kill him, but I'd reset if I could, because clearly you've got things on your deck that you have more, that you want more than
Alright, here
this.
come more agonies. How many do you think you can jump, Zan?
Oh, I'm dead.
Sam
I
is
mean, especially-
down,
Flash hole's down, Sam's down.
and he doesn't
Oh.
jump that way. He jumped too early.
That's on me. I couldn't hear it.
I
So
mean,
Mario and them,
with-
they do take a game. In the quarterfinals,
with-
they take a game.
With the weird angles, I mean, that's a really fun, good strategy. It's hard to deal with.
I'm back to Shadow and Sin, and it looked real grim. 4 healths and 1 to like
I could just
8
escape.
and 15, and then Shadow one-shots Blazy, and now Eat's got a pickup into a 14 damage Dance to Death that will also one-shot her. Lucifer's Arrow coming out of Sin as well. It's going to keep the pressure on her.
Yep. And this is where you don't want to be against Shadow. This is what he does. He's not going to just throw it
he
at
does
you. He's
eat it
going
into
to
the
wait.
fortress. He does.
Come to my base. Come to my base.
That was great defense. I got to give it up to Eat.
Very
to
good
not
play
being
by
too
Eat.
panicked. I mean, even the best players, when Shadow's chasing you with a dance, your thumbs, you go all thumbs. And it's because he's terrifying with that skill. They're trying to do the...
They do manage to reset. But Shadow eats a flame sword.
I'm really shocked that that reset didn't also hit the fortress.
Oh, Blazy, why? Shadow, why? Eat's
Wow,
gonna get the
just-
pickup for free, but man, this is a day on
Just
Panorama
a
for sure.
A dangerous corridor there.
I
Well, I
have a
can't.
shield. I'm gonna dig for one real quick.
I'm gonna try to go get on my bench.
You still have the massive health lead, but...
I think I would have just picked up that second dance, so that way
think
if
I
you do
tried it
eat a
now.
fortress, you're just ready to hit the next one.
I agree with that.
The
I
amulet
think,
is the safer play, but so far they haven't shown any jank, so I think he would have been safe to just grab it.
no, if Sin was lower in health, I could see keeping a spot for the pickup,
That's also
I mean,
true.
but he's not.
Picking up the
He's not
Angel's
low in
Wing
health.
now is better, though. That is, better, best. Angel's Wing here is
Yeah.
best because he can stop both
Yeah,
of
it
their flame
wasn't-
swords.
It wasn't on the bench the first time through, but maybe he knew it
Dark
was a
Hole
good
on
thing
E.
to dig for,
That won't affect
that he had a anti-melee in there.
Oh, they have... Oh, he got lacked. But they did hit their own Frightened Dance.
Well,
Looks
now
like
it's a real
Xanxus
good
and
thing.
Sam weren't the only ones running Frightened Dance here on Pano.
It's a real good thing he didn't have both dances in his hand right now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. When you're right, you're right. I think I would have at least picked up the Dark Hole so you have a defense, though. Yeah, there
I
he goes
would
back
agree.
for it. It's like he's listening to me. He's like, oh, yeah, I should.
He
He's
might
right.
be.
I have another one, yeah.
That would be hilarious.
Let me just go grab it.
The delay would
I
have
have to dig for it first.
made it so he would at least have a slower reaction. So you're almost there, but not quite. Memory lapse laid down, actually.
They've been liking this skill.
Sin should be able to get down there and get that.
Yeah, I think it was less of like a well-designed, this is going to change the game, and more, can we buy ourselves a second?
Yeah.
Just from where it was put.
Well, that's a glacial ball down for Eat now.
But Sin's got the Rian, so...
Can they punish him while he's frozen, or are they just down a shield for
If I
that?
can get it.
Nope, they don't punish Sin, and he's got the Enviro. And we're back in business. He dropped the Frighten, though. Out of everything, the Frighten's gone.
Yeah, that's not the one you wanted to drop, because that could have ended the game. Still, I mean... Shadow doing what he does best, taking his time, waiting, picking his moments. Might be his last dance.
Oh, Last Dance memes? Is that where we're at?
Yeah, sure. I thought you were going to go to safety dance.
Did
know,
did Shadow take that personally?
Maybe. He can dance
I
if he
think I have
wants.
it on bench.
He can leave your skills behind.
Sorry to interrupt the stream here, but
die
I
from
think
this. Actually, I
the
shouldn't even
setup
do
on
it.
start.gg has it a best of 3 instead of a
I
best
have
of
a
5.
Mephisto's path. Yep.
Okay, we're not too worried about score reporting on there. Just score report in the Discord channel for it. And then if you guys are finished, we'll have you ready for semifinals here shortly.
Okay, score reporting, got it.
Yeah.
All right, so Eat and Blazy's still very low. They're not too eager to get into that stairwell. Have we heard anything on the audio on why they're playing so scared right now?
I have my audio
Got it.
muted for background noise. Let me turn it up a bit.
Well, I can turn
Tell me.
mine up a bit and hear if they're saying anything.
Blazy.
Oh, they Dragon slayed him. Oh, they were digging for another Frighten.
Ah, so yes, getting rid of the Frighten was a pretty big mistake there.
There's Blazy down.
Oh.
Unfortunately, they're standing right next to each other. Or, sorry, that was Eat that went down. They're running the same skins. There's an easy kill. Blazy was late on that flame sword, and there's the
There we
Willow
go.
to finish it off. 7 kills for
7
Shadow
kills.
Shield.
Holy shit.
Jeez.
Shadow's just a beast.
That's
It
the
is what it
3-1
is.
for them, so they take the series. We're back to... Oh, nope, this is Nuion's stream, but I guess he was also watching us.
Gonna add more to my stream.
Oh,
Well,
man.
if you're listening to us, Nuion, is your series over?
I mean, I see triples down.
Technical difficulties and like. Well, if you're listening, now it's just gonna be a loop again.
That is fucking great. Oh my god.
I mean, I see triples down.
I'm in pain.
RTS's stream is down.
Yeah, we know that series is over. Sam was in there.
Yeah, more
I
hamsters.
didn't know who that person was who popped in. Okay.
Oh, no. He's doing a thing. There's too many hamsters.
Hamsters. Limo.
Okay, that is pretty funny. All right, let's see about the Guinan series, how they're doing. All right, they are still playing. They're on Palace. It looks like they must have gone through with the silent rule. They were talking about having some lag issues in the first game.
I'm just glad we're all mutually having the problem.
Interesting.
But yeah, so this isn't cross lag. This is
I mean, this time
specifically
Geigen's
the
got
lobby
attacks.
lag.
So
I don't know if someone has a
he's-
better word for it, but
They're in a much better position than they were.
What
that's for
causes
sure.
lobby lag? Is it
Esper's
the
gonna die
host,
here.
maybe?
Oh,
so
Critter and
cross
Esper
lag
do go
is,
down.
like I think nap type between two players.
Now, let's see if we can
lobby
find
lag, I
out
guess we can try
how
different
the one we really wanted to see was the
right now,
L
Esper
and
has
Nuyen
the
versus
small
Toph and
string
Triple.
for
We got
me.
almost none of that.
That's what I'm saying. Why
Check
was
score
I the
reporting
one
and
looking
see.
at your pointed at?
I mean, I don't think it has to do with your ping, but I don't know if you want to try to host it.
Maybe they're still waiting on Triple because I heard they talked about him going into his work.
I don't know.
They did, but then it looked like they were playing after that. Maybe that was just an old delay.
Oh, do we have a result from the other half of our?
I haven't seen any
bracket
other
since we're
response
here?
from them. Let
Score
me check.
reporting. Shadowson 3-1.
Wow.
I mean, no one's like, whoa, about that one. No one's like, I didn't see it coming.
All right, let's see if we can figure it out. What's going on with them? I did not mean to click that. And I also want to find out where we're at with this series.
Zanxis and Surreal one.
So they won on
Oh,
Palace
what, really?
there.
Yeah, they won 2-0.
They won 3-1.
What? They won 3-1?
It's in the score reporting thing where you told us to report scores.
I thought it says 2-0. Oh, maybe I'm not updated yet.
It's like Critter
Maybe
hopped
they didn't
out.
click the last button. How do you win 2-0?
Good question.
Start.gg only allows 3 games.
Yep, that's what's going on.
No.
Start.gg was messed up. It's set to best
okay,
of
when
3
we
right
did
now.
The, in the Swiss, it would
could've
show
changed.
3, but if someone lost one,
And
the next one
as
would
I
be
learned
allowed.
yesterday,
Like,
3 is
I
less
went
than
up to
5.
I think I said it
Thank you
wrong,
again for
honestly.
Bregan for teaching me numbers.
I mean, it's
Okay.
one of my many skill
put it-
sets.
Oh yeah, start.gg says it's first to 2.
I'm quite proud of it.
Okay, well, no big deal. We've got Sam and Shadows reporting. We're just missing
Yeah, you taught me
Toph
this many
and L
times.
and us.
See how things
which
are
will
going
take
in
a
the
second,
chat
but
here.
hopefully this last
Sorry, I've been
final
swapping
ever
so much
flag
between so many
test,
different screens.
you
I haven't been
host,
able to keep up with
you
the
like.
chat as well as I should.
It's
I
all
need to
Critter's
just set it
fault.
in the
We
overlay
know.
somehow whenever
Critter
I'm
doesn't know who's
doing
hosting, so he's switching teams.
these
It's
kind of
not
tournaments.
my fault. It's the lag switch's fault.
Yeah, it's supposed to be.
Wait, do you want to preview on Esper?
So, do we know where we are in the score
preview
for
on
Esper
Alright,
and
sorry,
Critter
I'm just
versus
trying to
Guinan and
fix the
Zamigzi?
score.
Is that 1-0 on Palace
Oh,
after
you're
the
good,
silent
you're good.
rule?
It says,
I would
Jesse
assume,
in the
but
chat
yeah,
says
I
it's
don't
supposed to
have
be
any
first
hard or
to 3.
fast.
According to Sam.
Somebody in the
Louis
chat can
versus-
answer.
That or they're going for game 3 on Palace now. I'm not
it's
sure.
on start.gg side, but
Yeah.
I mean, frankly, there's only 7 total matches, and 2 of them are already done. So, like, in the end, it's not that big of a
Yeah,
deal.
but it might be nice if the chat were showing Uprise just whenever we're doing the tournament streams. I don't know. It's. I've got to find a way where I can keep it up while switching between 19 streams.
Because
I mean, they've got a pill for that.
Not
to be able to,
to.
I need to be able to type. In
That
my
or just a
computer
third
so that I
monitor.
don't fuck out when I'm running 10 things at once.
Just so you know, I do have it recorded that both of you have admitted, oh, this happens to me all the time, and my computer lags out all the time. Just so you know, I do have that as evidence in court.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, people already know that I'm running like a partition version of Windows on a
It's-
MacBook Pro.
Oh no, I'm just saying the lag is your fault. Is all I'm trying to say.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you said you haven't seen it in 100 games.
I've
100.
not seen it in 5 out of 5. I mean, I've played.
I guess we're arguing about lag still. I don't know where we are in the series, though. Jesse, are you in our stream?
I played. Let's see.
Maybe I'll
A set
comment in
usually is like
Zabigsy's
14
chat.
games.
Yeah, Jesse's here.
Jesse, do you know the score for that series right now? Okay, so that was 2 games on Palace, 3rd game on Palace for the silent rule, and then we progressed with the rest of the series. We're also waiting on Triple and Toph, it sounds like.
Can I report in a little bit for you?
Sure, I was just getting the gist of it from Jesse in our chat. So it sounds
Yeah,
like
so-
you guys are 1-1 on Palace right now.
No, it's very wrong. We had lag during the first game. We agreed to do a silent rule, and then we did a lag test after everyone reset, and then it got worse. And then we did another lag test, and it got worse. And we did another lag test, and it got worse.
Oh, I see.
Like before, it was only like a few key instances of like big lag, and then it was like the game almost froze. It's no single person has a high ping. There's no cross lag that we can see. It looks like the lobby is just slowing down.
All right, so I guess we're at a hard reset for all players then. Try
Yeah,
again.
we're trying a new host and we're trying a few changes. Esper's not streaming anymore, so we're gonna try. I mean, we're just continuing to try things.
Okay. I will only use the Mixie stream then, so he doesn't have to worry about it.
Okay, can you push me back to Team 3?
I cannot.
Fudge.
Thanks for coming anyway.
Hi, choices. I'm here now, I guess.
Yeah. Any last minute shit talking?
You know, I was joking about them causing the lag, and Faye said it sounds like they've made some poor choices. So,
I mean, Heller, I appreciate that. I guess we have a better connection than you do with your opponents. Oh, got him.
Gotta
That's
say,
true.
at least in the Phantom Dust community, we never lack for more good poor choices puns. It's always
just
open.
put it up. Yeah.
They're
Just so
pretty
you know,
choice.
Just
You know
so
what?
you know, and then it leaves.
I don't think he's coming back.
All right. Well,
No,
we can
don't
talk about
call
the
me a
matches that we
Debbie
have
Downer.
seen while we wait for these two. Where's some footage? Maybe we could put some footage up that we didn't see. No, I don't know. I think
All right,
we got
well,
out of the 2 teams that actually managed to play round 1 successfully so far. We have caught pretty much all their games.
MVP of Mario RTS was clearly Annoying Gift.
Yeah, that was pretty hot right there. I think
was
the Annoying
awesome.
Gift Agonies is a fun trick to do, and they managed to pull it off nicely there. And they picked up a cheeky win on Palace. Maybe we should go back, see if we can watch that one from the beginning.
Yeah, let's do that.
We'll just put it on in the background. I'm watching it from Xanxus' stream. Looks like it starts around 12:37 or so.
If I watch it on your stream, how delayed do you think it'll be?
It'll be like another 5 seconds behind.
Oh, considering I'm already 30 seconds behind, I guess I'll go to the source.
Let's see. So we're at 12:38 on here. I'm not sure
Where
if
do
we
I go
have
to
a.
find old videos?
I'm not sure if we have a score on their game yet. I don't know if they've actually finished Palace because of the disconnects they were having. But are you at the correct time now?
Give me half a second. I'm at 12:36. It won't let me get to 38.
All right, just hit play whenever I say 3, 2, hit it on the 2. 3,
All right, ready when you are.
2, 1, play.
One more swift blow and I'm ready. Oh, they're gonna turb my. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, they
okay,
vicious all the way down to 0.
That might be why. Oh, an amulet pops up right after.
That's the tilter right there.
That's just kind of. And then early agonies.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, it's Scream of Evil. He's using Scream
Oh,
of Evil to hit
Scream.
7, and
Get
then
down.
Mario's already got Annoying Gift
gotcha.
and possibly Agonies there. Oh, that's brutal. Sam and Xanxus are at 0 aura just eating these. That's brutal.
Now we know how they got the health lab.
I can't. get
Oh
close to them.
man, that's
Oh,
awesome.
that's brutal.
Now that's why I called them the real-time strategy team.
More like rail time strategy because these guys
Nice.
are getting bent over a dresser and it is not pretty.
Okay,
Yeah.
I want to go grab. I need an aura. My deck is fucked right now.
Oh my goodness.
Bro, I can't dodge these. They're like impossible.
Would you say Mario didn't leave him much room to dodge that? I mean,
That was a pretty
Zan,
sick jump right there.
Zan is being Zan. I will say the fact that he's only eating these occasionally is huge.
Well, he was outdistancing several of them, but he did jump one, which is pretty sick. It's a very tough move to jump, but it is jumpable. This is about where we picked up last time.
Yep.
Sam's still at 1 aura. We didn't notice that last time.
the
Dude's
dash,
at 1 aura. While they're trying to set up, mobilize, frighten, dance of death. He has not been able to dig.
It must have literally.
Well, he
just been
was just
dying.
getting, he was eating agonies after
He's
agonies
getting
after
destroyed.
agonies.
Yeah. So we're sitting there criticizing. What a weird mobilize where they're just like, oh, I just wanted to live.
I'm just waiting.
I
for,
get it. Sam's
one more
digging
swift blow.
now. This is about. I think this is where about we came in because I don't remember seeing him that aura
I
down.
can't use a pack though. I have to find it naturally. Actually, wait, they're low enough.
There
if we
they
get
go.
a
They move
splash
over
down
there.
It'll kill.
Into the
I
opposite
have one in
stairwell
here.
for the safe Annoying Gift again.
Okay, I have it.
Oh, RTS looks
Okay.
like he's just having the time of his life throwing these things.
No, I fucked it up.
Oh, he messed it up. He was trying to hit the dance with the mobilize, and he just didn't quite get it.
It's more sense. What was because we said earlier what was just the random mobilize for it. Oh,
Hey,
fuck
Bregan,
it up, I
when you
can't
get a
believe it.
chance,
So
pause your
bad.
stream and I need to tell you something.
Here, where are you? Oh, no.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
We'll wait for the finish of this.
Oh, okay. I'm not close to them. I'm next to you. Okay. Oh, do you not have it?
Oh, there's
I'm
another one. And now
and then I
Xanxus-
believe we all remember how this goes in the stairwell.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's on me.
That's
I
a
couldn't hear it.
shame.
Like I thought you already used it, and I couldn't lock onto you. That was my bad.
All right. Well, we're going to go on break for a
All
minute
right.
until we can find out what's happening with the 2 matches we've been waiting on. And we'll be back with you shortly. Alright.
We're not even.
All right, we are live again. We are back. Triple is still biking his way to work, I think, so that one's not quite ready. But my understanding is that the Zamigzi Guinan series should be starting off here again shortly.
In the meantime, have you shown Triple's stream or Nuhyon's stream about Triple?
Yeah, that's what I most recently had up. We unfortunately
'cause it's
missed
the best.
the cutting onions and the making of potato chips.
Vibration in the first like 2 seconds. Yes. Bruh.
I think they have already scored Palace, though. I think they had a start that was so fast. The one game they managed to kill him before Triple could disconnect.
said.
I mean, that's hey, adaptation.
Let's bring
That's
up our
what you
chat
need.
again while we've got a minute too. Not too much going on in the chat here.
He's not really feeling like.
Nuyon stream is an epic shitpost. I'm loving it.
Yeah,
Oh.
Rise, take notes. I just like teasing Rise. I think that's the second National Phantom Dust pastime.
Basically. Poor Rise got so tilted playing Treat and Blazy the other day.
I mean,
I think it was yesterday.
Rise gets tilted the minute he steps out of bed. Stands vertical on this earth.
The GIF is in.
Tilts him.
Yeah, he's got some like bone deformity in his foot. Like he just starts off at like a 2-degree angle before anybody else even has a chance to tilt him.
I don't know if it's an alkaline problem with his blood. He's full of salt. He's just way too salty all the time. I think Rise is just born a pickle.
Born a
It's
pickle.
just,
He's just born a pickle.
Once the stream is over, you can just.
He's always
grab it.
tilted and salty.
I only clip matches. I don't like.
Wait, why are pickles always tilted?
I mean, they're like curved. They got built-in curvature.
Yeah, but
Got
it's
pickles you eat.
curved, tilted.
I mean, and it's tangentially related. Like, you're poking holes in the metaphor that kind of almost worked. Like, let it kind of almost work.
I mean, I'm not a big pickle guy either, but isn't their hallmark being like sour, not salty?
But I feel like a baby bird tries to leave a nest and you throw rocks at it. Like, how dare you fly above me? I want you on the ground. Me, Bregan. That's where rockshot comes from, isn't it? You used to throw rocks at baby birds because you didn't like anything to fly above you.
I'm a pig in his pen, man. I don't need to go anywhere. I'm happy down here. Come join me.
I've solved this. Your therapy bill will be shipped to you.
Come hang out with me down here in the mud.
Let the pickle metaphor fly. Let it go. Let it be all the things that you couldn't be.
Oh, Zamigzi's at like 19 viewers. How many are we at over here? Are there more people watching Zamigzi stream the tournament?
Yes. It's because you're so negative about
Welcome
pickle-based
to the B stream, everyone. Zamigzi is
Okay.
the A stream.
Ban Lunar Force. That's a strong opinion. Especially after we've seen some memory lapse.
I'm sorry about the wait, Zan. If they don't get it resolved soon, we may just have to call a disqualification. But they'll play it as quickly as they can. I just wish one of these streams, I guess I could put this one at 480 in the meantime.
Stalling.
Why? Are
And
you
then I can play
Alright, let's do it.
Nuyon.
Stalling. He's stalling.
I know. This is what I'm saying.
I mean, if the players are
Really?
commentating that we're
That
seeing
means
the
we're
old
like this- oh
PD
my God,
Alaska
like that
freeze out.
I think this is
God.
another lag test, actually.
We're all in the same call right now.
God.
Oh.
Bro.
There's literally
Jesse
no
bringing up Joseph Stalling.
start shooting shit.
Yeah, this seems way better, and it's funny because we get to team up on Esper. I mean, hi Esper.
All right, I'm moving us. All right. We are in our own.
I mean, on this lag test, I don't see any lag.
Yeah, it seems pretty good. They were both talking about how
I,
it seemed good.
We're on our own.
I thought this was our lag test.
They're playing for real.
I'm with Gaming Time on my team.
Oh. I'm moving us back then. We're on the wrong
They don't
team.
realize that they're on the wrong teams.
I know.
You didn't
I mean,
notice
it's
that?
kind of a brilliant way to do a lag test, though. There's no confusion.
Except for there was.
Lag test, and she's like, "No, this is it."
I'm
Not like,
okay.
"I promise
In a
you it
room
isn't."
full of rational
I was
people.
so convinced because Esper was like, "Well, start shooting shit," and I was like, "Well, fuck, I guess we're doing it."
Start shooting shit.
Oh, I'm sorry, Bregan. Would you say this situation is quite the pickle?
What hell?
Oh
Yeah.
gosh, not that. Not the callback. It looks like Triple's in lobby now as well. At work.
Critter, do you want to team up for the tournament?
Yeah, sure.
I think they're trying to do live trades during the lag test.
Good hits. Good hits. Good dodge. Good roller.
Maybe I'll draft Critter before 20th seed.
Well, the... Oh, right.
I don't know if you're playing it.
I don't know either. I might honestly just leave the Discord server after this tourney.
So you're gonna leave?
Bregan's complaining. Bregan says, "Come on, guys, end. Quarters has dragged on long enough. Let's get this finished." Do you want?
Okay. All right, but like, we had issues with lag, and I wanted fidelity of the game. Wait. I got a lunar force. Let's see if it breaks the game.
Wait.
I'm
Does
really
he know we're listening to him complain about us?
I'm just gonna let him dig his own
grave.
grave.
Smooth.
Okay.
Smooth.
All right.
So see, we're
Just
doing the test.
I want a plaque made called "Fidelity of this game."
All right, now let's get it
That was a
on.
really slick win. All right, good luck, guys.
Oh my
All right,
gosh.
for realsies, good dealsies. Okay, I moved us into our lobby. All right.
Oh,
Alright.
Bregan, verily, have you seen the ping is not as capricious
And,
as
like, I
previously
don't-
pondered about? Come on, guys.
Let's just
Get this shit together.
It's so annoying.
I do doth sayeth.
I know.
It's okay. Let's kill him.
The perspicacity of it all. I never.
142. Jesus.
Wait, what is that
the
from?
time I'll have my
That was
first shield
recent. I
before
saw
22
that.
capsules.
Perspicacity. There's a character that keeps saying that.
Let's hope.
What is that from?
Oh. I'm a sponge, man. I don't
There
know
were
what that
5
thing is.
skills left that weren't shields.
Where did I see that recently?
I think my brother-in-law said it. My brother-in-law
Oh great, they're
could've got it
taking
from anywhere.
forever now.
Chat be getting spicy, y'all.
Who's getting spicy? I want the tea.
Snowrise says, "Don't get Snowrise, Guinan."
Come on,
I'm
guys,
not
start the
playing Fire
game.
Gehenna, and I'm not going to manual blasters. What else could happen?
I don't know, but so long as the game keeps its fidelity of ping, we should be fine.
No, really, like what else could happen? I'm worried.
Dot.
Jinxed himself. We're gonna see so much
We're waiting
cross-lag.
on Esper. So if y'all
Wait.
Ping already, he knows.
Wait a minute.
Just don't know if he
Wait,
wants to anymore.
VKL Nguyen versus Trip with Toph isn't done yet. It's not done yet.
Thank you for
Oh
following,
no, I
Pippo.
did go
Welcome
check
to
new
the
on
Galaxy.
stream,
How's
Bregan.
it going?
Oh
Okay.
wait,
Unless they're
Triple's not
playing
able to
around.
play?
They're lag testing to make sure that Triple doesn't drop out.
Dang, Triple can't play.
Okay, well someone else
Wait,
dropped
no,
out. I
Toph
only see 3
immediately
of them.
responds.
Okay.
We can play.
Tab in. It looks like
I
Esper's
don't
hand
see
is finally
L.
Yeah, I'm here. I've got 2 monsters. I got you.
Thank you, Pippo.
I'm just watching the drama unfold.
Okay, so we're not the only game having issues right now. Triple's game is also having troubles. So yeah, get off for
Yeah, but their
case,
troubles are
Bregan.
believable.
We're not the only team
which
having
is done,
problems.
which kind of takes the game into how long can we
Yeah,
stall
get on
it a little
Toph's
bit.
case.
Yeah,
That's like
it's
literally the rule of the server.
like,
But now that doesn't happen.
All I know is, for those watching us,
Direct
we had
your
one team,
frustrations
the guy
with
willing to
Esper.
bike
He's
to
got
a
his
second
hand up right
location,
now.
and
What,
another
the
team
code?
that just couldn't be bothered to ready up.
That's basically it. Yes.
Just little known fact: Toph's name actually stands for that one anime frog.
Say
And
all
we
the
call him
games are
Toph for
broken,
short.
everyone wins. Yeah, the real winner was the journey we made along the way. That's very
Just
true.
sitting here like, what if we rebuild our arsenals real quick in PD Helper?
I'm pretty sure Phantom Dust was in our hearts the whole time.
Okay.
All right.
Which,
I'm
yeah.
assuming this is a real
Psychoblade,
game, Bregan.
Angel's Wing,
Right.
Yep.
Dark
You know what
Hole,
this is,
Yep.
right?
All right.
It's Psycho Burst.
Celicophile, thank you.
Focus, they're on you.
Yep. I'm frozen. Reflect.
Zamixi
yeah,
trying to
actually,
thank
I'm
people
allowed
for
to
subs
continue
and
talking
follows
to you,
while
so-
getting ice sorted.
Sorry, Galaxy.
It's
I saw
tournament
the good
time.
dodge.
Maybe
Yeah,
wait.
get rid of Esper's
I
sword.
saw the good dodge on the second
Got rid
ice
of
sword.
Gaming Time sword.
There's a good hit on both of those. Took both swords.
I think I'm gonna
All right, Zamixi, where was that ship before you started thinking subs? Finally loses the trance,
I
moves
only have
through.
Psychoblade right now.
Psychoblade
Oh,
on
they have
deck.
Frighten. Esper
Okay,
has
they're
Frighten.
going for
That's
Fright and
what it is.
Psycho
Yeah.
Burst.
Okay.
Gaming time is 7 level.
Well, I'm playing.
So Mixi's gonna have a tricky spawn if Geigen can't keep the aggro
Okay,
up
well, I'm going on Esper.
Guinan's got Blazing Bullet.
I would like another attack.
for now.
Okay, I'm coming.
Saw the Reflect Mirror catch him earlier.
Now, we don't have eyes on Critter. Depends on how close he's getting. Yep. Needed to be watching him.
Yep, we gotta have the periffs. I do like the idea of getting a quick double team ISOing from away from the
Ooh,
base.
that's a
we got the
big,
double hit. Love it.
big one right there.
Big hit.
And Esper takes some extra
Yeah,
damage
there's
as
a
well.
reflect mirror. Be careful of that.
I don't know if I'm seeing a fidelity of debris. So we may have to reset this game.
Needed to jump that one, but did not.
Reset.
I mean, I think it was good not to dark hole and lose your attack.
You can jump that Willow fairly easily,
it is
though.
not frightened. It is now.
Yeah.
Trying to outrun it was not the
Dazzle.
right call.
No. But I mean,
Watch angles.
better
watch
in
angles.
my mind than dark hole.
So now we see Dazzle out of
Willow pinned
Esper
down right
instead
now.
of the Frighten. And
Ah,
we've
the
got the 5 damage vibration
do you want me to go
laser
stop the
on
lasers?
Critter.
Anti-snow rise tech coming
I think
out.
that is a yes.
Yeah, that vibe laser up top is gonna
There's
be
a good
dangerous.
hit. 2 shields in hand, decides not to use either one and take the fall damage.
And if I were
Okay.
Geigen
Ooh,
and
good
Mixie,
hit there.
I almost certainly did not.
I'm
take the
staying
reflect
on
mirror,
gaming
just by
time
the
till
way.
he's dead.
He probably still has the Reflect Mirror. Whatever the other
Oh, I
shield
took
was
reflect
almost
mirror,
certainly
vacuum
cheered.
Vacuum wall on
cheaper.
Critter.
Oh, no, he had Vacuum Wall, so he still has Vacuum Wall. He lost the Reflect Mirror.
Psycho Shell on Esper.
Good manuals from Critter there. I don't know if that one was intended to miss, but that was a great bait out of the
Playing a
dark hole if it
dangerous
was.
game. I was trying to catch that.
It's hard to tell with manuals
Oh,
like
that was
if it
so dangerous to be rezzing right there. Your partner or your
Oh,
enemies are like right next to you.
That's the sort of
KG.
thing that loses you games.
Back to our real palace match.
And look, I can argue that set them up to that bad trade set them up to be in a really bad position.
You want me to do that twice? I'll do it twice.
But that was just a fast
By the way,
and
Faye's watching in
furious.
your chat.
Awesome. Thank you guys for everybody who's in chat rooting for us right now. It's the tournament, literally, so I'm gonna have a hard time. Like, I can really only view the chat in between games.
I will yell at
It's mixing now, thanking
yeah,
chat.
Guinan's gonna
I think that's a
discipline
better
me.
time to do it.
So, but thank you guys, everybody who's supporting us. Yeah, we need to win this game in order to win the point on Palace.
Yeah, basically, the tournament starts here.
Yep.
That is the best way to think about it. So, what did they show us the first time? They showed us, Esper was on Vibe.
Yes.
It was like Optic Faith.
Gaming Time also had Vibe, I believe.
Yeah, well, I think it was double Optic Faith.
All right, let's
I need
see.
my phone.
Doesn't look like the triple series has started yet.
Okay. I need my phone.
Let's see if I can get an update
I need to look at
there.
the pictures there are.
I feel like Nuyon was just googling capybaras. What
See what
did
else
we
they might
just
use
go
here.
back to the stream for? How does this not have more
Faces, did you
views
mute? No,
than
I'm
anything else
open to
going
using
on?
Arsenal pictures. Don't worry.
I'm just gonna see if I can find out what's
Um,
going on with that series. I typed in Nuyan's chat.
Okay.
I could expect either like a Crawler's Rian deck, potentially a. Yeah, it's probably gonna be something with Crawlers and Rian based on what I'm seeing here. Maybe the lasers. So make sure you bring something. Do you have at least 2 flash holes in that arsenal? I can't remember what you had me playing.
So that was their
I just have Dark Hole.
second Palace match, right?
Just Dark Hole.
So now they should be playing the third Palace match.
That's fine.
I've got their audio on. They're talking that they have to win one more.
Same arsenal again, or do you want?
They're anticipating a lot of Rian crawler type stuff.
I can play it back. I can also.
Let's see. Does anybody here in our chat know where we are with
I'm gonna play one with an
Neon
extra
series?
range shield. It's basically the same thing.
Because Triple's been there for a while.
And a trick if it goes long. So.
Like, what's going on now? They were lag testing for a bit.
Okay.
Go back? No.
I started with Dark Hole.
Okay, good start for Zamixi. Guinan at 2 aura, Esper at 2 aura.
Psycho Shell, Dark Hole, Psycho Knife.
Esper's coming your way. Probably Dragon Slayer if you can try to dodge it.
He's lag teleporting.
I mean, Zamixi could totally get the early aggro going.
He's teleporting at you?
Yeah, he was. I just blocked it, but okay, he's fine now.
So it looks like it was just an early lightning sword, seeing if
I
he
was
could
gonna say,
catch
if
a
there's any mods in the
shield for
chat, just
cheap.
monitor Zem's screen there.
Okay.
Did I see lag? Yes. I mean, was it outside the Phantom Dust norm?
I'm picking up this
No.
environmental.
I mean, that was pretty par for the course.
Ooh.
Because me and Esper are both.
Miramasa there, not even close to hitting. Oh, but there's another.
I didn't have enough aura.
Going for the mini Masa build
Bergen?
right there. I think that was actually a recollection.
He did it twice, and I dodged the first one.
Okay, well,
good hit.
No attacks in hand.
Managed to block that one.
Okay.
Trying to get this bullet erased, frankly, because I can't.
There we go. There's a nice hit from the Psycho Blade to keep things moving.
Okay. I'm going to be. Oh shoot. Break the thing.
What thing?
This.
Okay. A critter's invisible. I bet he's gonna try an invisible Muramasa.
Yeah,
Critter is invisible right now, but he doesn't have a Miramasa in hand. He's got some kind of environmental, which is what they're worried about.
All right, look for an opportunity.
Now that we know where Critter is again, there's a Turbulence that takes away a lot of his Skittles and fun toys. Esper has had a real slow start here.
Esper has a fortress.
We do see the Fortress that could shut down Zamixi pretty hard right now. Guinan is also having a somewhat slow start, but he did finally get that Turbulence off. He's got the heat used, attacks and shields. He's
Zamixi
in the
gets
game.
rid of the Psycho Knife finally, but still 2 shields on deck, 2 shields in hand. Not really digging.
Guinan's in kind of a rough spot. Esper popped a Stimulate, and now he's moving in with 2 attacks, and Guinan is caught between them and no Zamixi in sight right now while she's slow digging.
Yes. Even if it's just a Psycho Blade and you see a Fortress, I think getting the pressure over there.
There we go. The Willow should be a big game changer here since Guinan was able to handle that for a second. But that's a memory
Just a regular
lapse.
Place, so just play it slow, and I'm going to grab it. You got 10 seconds. You have to dodge.
All right, so that's the play. They want to try and buff up some Rians, and Miramasa's here with a memory lapse. Guinan's hoping to go down there and get it, and that Zamixi can avoid taking too much damage in the
Okay, you're
meantime.
good. We're back to normal. Careful.
Oh,
total.
just in time to keep the Psycho Blade. I think Zamixi threw that knowing it was going to get lost, but she just barely got.
Honestly, the Dark Hole and the Willow might be good there.
That's 2 environmentals gone.
I'm sorry, I interrupted you there.
No, I was just saying got fortunate to hold on to the Psycho Blade.
Okay, getting another shield. Careful.
Oh, that was risky. Into the Fortress there.
Zamixi and Geigen don't have the health lead here. They're on their back foot a bit.
Just throwing 2 Willows here at Esper is a great plan right now. Throw the Willows, throw the Willows, throw the Willows, throw the Willows.
Nice.
That's the combos. Keep comboing. Gaming time of purple. Careful. Faith.
Gaming time, Critter is getting real low on his skills here. He's down to 5 capsules. We've seen he's been using that Miramasa build.
Exhaust could be Diabolical Trick.
Likely at least has Reincarnation in there.
was gonna say he's the one who had the memory lapse, so I would assume
Keep up, slow but steady.
it's
Slow
Rian.
but
I'm
steady.
wondering if the purple's a D trick, but I mean nothing's getting popped yet.
Darkhold does take Zamigsy's Willow here.
Gaming time is my target right now, by the way.
Okay, yeah.
Photon, that's gonna be a... Oh, another
Nice
Muramasa.
attempt on the Muramasa, but it doesn't connect. He's taking a little more damage.
That's one more Muramasa down.
I hope that's not all there is to attack variants. There's only 4 skills left.
Oh, another Enviro.
We'll see if they put this Enviro in a trickier spot to get it.
Behind you.
I'm good.
I'm gonna go get another attack, okay?
So Mixie going back to dig. Geigen's
taking a little bit of damage between them there. Got to be careful.
Okay, I have Rian, so if they play that single use thing again, I'm good.
Okay.
Reincarnation on Zamigsy here does make a good bit of difference.
Invisible. I'm back up behind the tree.
Yep. Critter's invisible, so they're going to have to watch out for the Muramasa now.
Break line of sight with Esper.
Yeah, Esper didn't really move in to give him any cover for coming in while invisible.
Gaming time's on the other side.
So he went and he managed to lay the
Here he comes.
lay the Enviro there.
I'm dead.
Ooh, they got a good trade there. Easy revive for Zamigsy.
Kind of fortunate that Zamixi was low because.
Oh, and now they've killed Esper all the way over there. This is almost certainly a near impossible pickup, and that is the final Palace victory.
Tom is too directional to deal with 2 Rians. After 12 games on Palace, we finally have a winner for round 1.
While we wait for the map.
Okay. GG's.
All right.
Oh, okay. So we won the first game.
Let's see. They're hovering Refinery in the Toph Triple El Nuyen series. So maybe they finished Palace now. And we've got the teams. See if we can get this underway one of these days. See which of these starts sooner.
Well, Zamixi and Geigen just took breaks. So maybe Toph.
Yeah, I might have to microwave it, but if I do, it's okay.
They're taking a break after how long? This is already waiting?
I mean,
Yep.
you can put mine in a plate and microwave.
Because we just, what have we done?
Alright, we're on Refinery.
Like, did you break a mirror? Did you kill a kid?
My Discord was just...
Did you walk underneath a ladder? What
Hello.
I don't know.
I control Zamixi's stream. No one can stop me. I didn't have anything to follow that up.
Okay, I'm back. Alright, we're gonna strangle him, right?
Refinery. We're on Refinery, right?
We're on Refinery. Okay.
That's what the map says.
Let me ask. Okay, tournament general.
I mean, I assume whatever they put it on is what they want. It's their choice.
Okay, Esper and Critter. Are we doing Refinery? I added them in tournament general.
Okay, so let's think about Refinery a little
What
bit.
are we waiting for?
Knowing what we've seen so far, they're pretty Enviro heavy.
So they're thinking about going to Refinery for this next one.
Yeah, almost definitely.
I've got audio on Nui on stream, but I'm not hearing anything.
Do you want to do the Zamixi special and I'll be in melee range with a crush?
I love the sound of that.
Okay, let me change my arsenal a little bit.
Now it looks like they have started.
I don't have
So
a
we'll
crush,
put them up
but
and we'll move you guys over to the B stream for the time being.
Both teams going to Refinery then, but good start out of Toph and Triple.
I think they're gonna boost man again.
A little bit early damage on L.
Can you help me?
Ready to start throwing?
They're looking to get some early damage here onto triple, and with those angles, they certainly have the opportunity.
Yeah, no shield to be worried about yet.
But L does fall again.
L suffering from vertigo, it seems.
L pulling
Another
a
heat.
Jesse.
Another heat out of Nuyon.
Triple's
you
got a
want your
handful of
Rams.
attack. Oh, he's got dance. We're going for a dance combo with Frighten, it looks like.
Ah, but right now he's in the firing zone.
Well, it doesn't matter because
I got
Frighten can hit
Frighten.
from anywhere.
And I got frightened.
Toph doesn't need to be anywhere near there, and Triple can fight around the back of that building if he really wants to.
We're just gonna kill Triple.
I mean, Triple can't. I'm saying though, Triple can't throw a dance of death while eating 1,000 willows and Rians. Toph now finally putting some high pressure.
I hit a...
Oh, he
Needed to be putting
does,
pressure.
in fact, hit L while eating 1,000 willows and Rians.
I jumped off the ledge.
Okay, I mean Nuyon was gone, so it was only 500 willows and Rians. So the pickup's right there, nice and easy.
Yep, thankfully, L falls off. So that was an easy pickup for Nuyon. It's only a 14 damage dance as well. Ooh, he goes down to the Venom Fang, and now Toph has an extremely long pickup to make.
That's gonna be
Yeah,
hard.
Toph is in trouble.
I think Triple and
What's
Toph
the idea? Should
did
we
get the
rush
Palace
or-
win, so I
Oh,
think
yes.
they're up 1. Unless anybody can correct me here in chat.
Oh, would you say this is a pretty Toph pickup?
Oh man, I swear you've got like one pun. One pun. One pun, man. Yeah?
I mean, I'm ready for a bunch more puns if you want.
Ooh. Well, he's made it almost all the way here without too much damage. Eating
All
that
at your
Rian.
boy.
Alright, watch out.
He made it. Now he can frighten from 9 years away, and they have to hit at least 3 dances, it seems. I mean, if a vibration laser tags Nuyon,
Don't stay down there, Triple.
and he takes an extra point of damage somehow else, it's only 2.
Then it'd be- Yeah, some people would say that was the right decision.
Alright, run. Hop
Oy.
off, hop off.
Oh, there's one right there.
right.
Okay.
Yeah,
They only need 2 more, plus they've got the vibration laser on Toph. He could catch either L or Nuyon and get a kill onto either one.
Triple now does have the shield. I do like that they've slowed down the pace. Nuyon and L need to.
just be in a
Nuyon
safe
needs to
when
die.
you can shoot at Triple.
Nuyon
L needs
hasn't
to
refreshed
pick
his
up.
capsules and picked up a shield or anything either.
Yeah, I was wondering if there was a reason behind that.
Pick some stuff up, see if you get some better tools to deal with this.
You had a great start, but it didn't mean you needed to stop digging forever.
Where's your base?
Middle to the left, like under the stairs.
Alright, don't fire. We can't reset you. Run onto the catwalks.
I think they're
Oh.
real sloppy with these corrections, though. I think Nuyon and L are trying to do a refresh, but
Oh,
She
they
missed
did it, and there's the dance. That is tragic. L goes
Well
down
played.
nearby, and Nuyon's not able to make the pickup fast enough. And we're going to cut back over to Zamigzi and Guinan. We are on Refinery for them as well.
I've just
with
got
a
my
hand
first
that Bregan
acquisition.
probably
I'm gonna
loves,
override
big
one
bomb,
of my
big bomb,
bombs
rock
with that,
shot.
okay?
Okay.
Or
I
no,
mean,
rock
I
shot.
certainly do.
I just got rock shot.
With the acquisition, those
They
can
don't have a
hit
railgun.
quite
Okay.
dirty. Zamigzi digging for a second acquisition. I think she needs to get into the combat here, though. Not sure why you don't pick up the rock shot and you just keep the 2 big bombs here. You should have at least some variance in your attacks.
There's a rock shot on her
Big bombs
bench,
coming.
I think, but
Be careful.
I don't know, again, why you wouldn't pick that up. But
Don't get caught.
Zamixi, I think, likes
watch
to
your
dig
back.
for the
Watch your back.
perfect hand. And sometimes it's not
They're
about
on
the perfect
cluster.
hand, it's about the timing.
Yeah, makes sense.
Cluster bomb out of critter is going to make it difficult.
Busted my shield.
Especially,
Broke
you're
the
just
shield
almost
master, too.
always going to lose the timing war with big bomb versus cluster bomb right now.
Oh, don't bomb me! Don't bomb me! Don't bomb me!
There.
Oh,
Another
almost
Yeah,
big
no,
bombs
mistake.
right on her own
breather.
head.
All right. I need to go back desperately.
Oh, I mistimed that. Okay, stay close to, stay in my body. Stay in my body.
I'm dead. Nice.
Ooh, Guinan very close to going down there.
Good hit.
Got the
Gets
kill.
pick up on Zemexy.
Gets the kill
dead too.
there. Oh, that
I'm
plus
dead there.
4 speed lets Esper make the pickup.
Don't let him go too long. Go now. Go now.
Oh.
And spending too much time throwing rock shots is going to mean that this pickup
I know,
suddenly
I was trying
got
to go
very
for it.
tough.
Use that like
Good
half
timing for the pickup.
jump spot.
Okay, now that he's used some more
Play it
up
smart.
on those cluster bombs.
You're only dead to Psycho Burst.
Okay, you can still
big.
eat
You
an
probably should
Excalibur
really
if you
eat
have
now.
to.
Jump.
Oh, you got to jump it.
Okay,
But
well,
at least
grab
alive.
me, and
At
I'm
least
close,
alive.
so-
Oh, that's very
I'm dead
fortunate.
there.
All right, Guinan's off
Yeah,
screen.
Rock
Still going to
shot.
be a tough pickup into that
If I had
dazzle.
waited a quarter of a second before
Yeah,
jumping
luckily
off
he's got
the cliff, I'd have
Esper
blew
at
my ass.
1 health. He might be able to just
Ooh, he
kill him.
manages to cartwheel that dazzle at close range.
Okay, I'm just gonna.
He
take
does
a trade.
manage to get the kill on Esper.
Where are you? Where are you? Draft.
Doesn't quite land it onto Critter. Now we've got everybody up again.
Opens a pathway for an easy pickup. I think
Go on
that's the
your
right
base.
move. Yeah, defenses on your base for Zemexy. Again, no rock shot
Jumper,
anymore now,
not real
but
gun.
I'm going behind for a second.
Yeah. Me too.
bomb's not the worst.
At plus
Watch your
4
back.
speed on Esper,
Here comes Esper.
he's going to make Big Bomb just absolutely
Trying to
worthless to
wrap
be
a sword
throwing
at
at him.
Esper.
But their Critter
got
doesn't
you.
manage to block that one, so he's down. Big Bomb does finally come in and do something today.
Where at? Over here.
I think, yeah, he's
I mean,
he's
you can
dead
make
over here.
him
Here he comes.
Esper move and hopefully open up an angle for the railgun. I would just be down to spam.
At plus 4 speed again, Guinan can't keep up with him with the sword, and the Big Bomb doesn't even try. It just gives up.
I'm just waiting
It's
for my
too
shield to
slow.
come back up. I keep drawing aura.
I don't know if I'd even be wasting the
Yeah,
aura
save
throwing
aura,
big
save
bombs
aura.
at Esper right
Okay,
now.
I'm just throwing one bomb.
Throwing at Critter, much
Esper,
better
no
idea.
attacks.
Bam,
Esper
Critter.
is out of attacks at the moment. Must have
Yep, I
lost
have
the
a
Psycho
fortress,
Burst.
I'm
So
throwing a bomb over.
Ooh, Critter's
Got him.
going to eat that bomb. Esper's pretty close, though. He should be able to make this.
saving aura.
Yeah, but if he's got to
Did he
roll
drop
down
off?
to get it. Alright,
Yeah.
good drop.
Okay, I got
Oh,
Radiant
yeah, I
now.
guess Critter did fall
Yeah.
off. I thought the body had stayed, but he must have gotten knocked
We are in the
off.
driver's seat. We got 3 minutes. Play it solo for a pick.
He got gaming. Now you've got a Rian with homing. I mean, I feel
Here's
like
my last acquisition.
you've got the attacks.
I don't know if you saw that.
Oh, that was a nice railgun right
yeah,
there.
No, I just know he's dead, and you shot him.
That's
Oh,
all
it's
you
a
really
plus
need to know,
6.
honestly. He's amazing.
Gaming's in trouble.
Okay. I'm gonna go right.
No
you wanna
speed
go
out of
left?
gaming, so
I'm on the body. I'm on the body.
Okay, I'm going.
Are you in range?
I'm about to be.
just comes to the
Oh,
corpse.
Guinan
Nice!
closes it out with the
That's
flame
cool.
sword.
That's 2.
Good game.
2-0 lead.
I mean, I do want to say that both teams did have their different opportunities to win there, and it just comes down to who had the better corpse defend.
We're seeing a lot of Frighten in this tournament so far. Let's get back to Triple and Toph versus Nguyen and L.
We're on lane.
On lane, good positioning for Nguyen and L.
Barely
He's got
even
the
health-wise.
blaster, and I don't know what they
I mean,
have.
you do have a turret.
Yeah.
Triple
Okay,
running.
they have a turb. They're looking to turb the lightning speed off of Toph here.
I said triple. Well, lightning speed's on triple, but
Excuse me, yes.
Save your aura.
triple running no shields again because I guess he just doesn't care to have shields. Dance of Death again.
It's another Frightened dance.
I mean, I understand if it ain't broke, don't fix it, but you know, you got to think that the team's eventually going to adapt to what you're doing.
Be careful
Ooh,
about being
Triple
killed.
taking a
Triple's in
lot of
trouble
damage
now.
right now.
Oh, okay.
He gets a shield at least. Which should help. But he's at 2 health.
Alright, let's push them a little bit since they're
Now we've got some more lasers out of Toph, but if he
Toph
shoots
has
at
vibration
Nguyen, he'll
laser.
lose it again.
Looks like he might know that. I think that was a manual there.
Toph lost that Frighten with the turbulence as well, so that's pretty big.
window. I need a
Yeah, that's going to slow down their attack.
Looks like
Triple's
he's got
just
another
lost
yellow,
shield.
so he should be up on Frighten again. Triple gets revived.
Alright, Chove has the
See
other
some
part.
greens here. Trance will augment some of the damage here for Nguyen. He's already at low enough health that it could be a little risky.
Ah, you got him though, someplace.
L takes a big hit there from Toph. 14 damage dance now. It's worth noting 14 damage dance is enough.
Yep. but you still
No
gotta
good
get it.
shield here for Nguyen either. He can block it once, but he cannot erase it.
Oh, the frightened game just a little late. That would have been
Well,
enough.
L is putting pressure onto him. There it is. That's a hit. And once one of them is down and you're not close to your partner, it's real bad.
Not enough turbulences if they're going to bring this many frightens.
I literally told you he's digging for another frighten, and then I'll turn.
Let's see if L can make the pickup.
L's got a really tough pickup journey to make.
Oh, there it is. We were watching the corpse the whole time. L managed to land what seemed like a flame sword onto triple, but that is going to be the series for Triple and Toph.
I would think
That's
I'm
their most
calling that kind of an
purple
underdog
percentile
win.
change.
I think for the projections.
And Dragon Slayer.
Yeah, I mean, they have more lax than exhaust.
That
than
looks
Dragon
like
Slayer.
Zamixi and Guinan
They're
are
in
about to start
lobby.
off again.
I don't know if they played one really quick one and Esper and Critter won, or if they've just been in lobby this whole time.
Spawns, so.
Okay, here we go.
No, I think we've just seen Palace
I started
Refinery.
with 2 boost mines.
I started with a need for 2 boost mines. Funny enough how that works.
All right,
Cross.
Xanxus, I know your time
Look
is
at
short, so if you want to hit up that winning team and
I
get
read 'em
started,
like a book. I'm coming
feel
to
free
you.
to do so.
Meet me right here.
I believe
Right here?
Triple and Toph have won 3-0.
Oh, gaming time's gonna get it.
That's whatever. Play your other one. Okay, stay at 10 on the dot.
All my cards are aura.
Just override them. Just override them.
Oh crap! Okay.
Yeah, just override them.
Quantum amp.
Remember how I talked about lack? Confirmed I got lacked on the air. Yeah, just
All right,
Aura.
great start for
I mean, I
Zeminci
guess
here.
using it's
Quick
fine, but
vibration
it's-
set it up.
I'm leaving a I'm leaving a
All the boost mines.
A boost mine on the bench for us. Esper's by you.
Yeah, I know. He's got a Psycho Burst.
Oh, lack is going to hurt right there.
I would rather
Yep.
me catch it than you.
I mean, Geigen had been talking about that for a long time. So I believe they knew it was coming.
I'm coming to you.
I didn't mean a judgment. Sorry.
You're fine.
I keep drawing all my aura.
Have we heard
You're
what
gonna write that
environment
judgment
they're
on the
playing
blue
here?
base.
I have not.
Oh, it's a Lunar Force. Okay.
I'm gonna shoot for a second until Esper gets here.
Nice and simple. Esper's moving in again with Psycho Burst.
Yeah,
They're getting
it's fine.
into dangerous levels of aura here. That Psycho Burst could really
When
be
you're ready to
big.
go on him.
Yeah, quantum
anything,
amps,
he's on your base.
vibration, everything's going. Yeah, Esper's ready to be comboed.
Unfortunately, he does pick up that Lunar Force, so they're not able to break the Psycho Shell. They would have had the combo there, but didn't pull it off.
We're still getting quantum amp.
Yeah, they got a lot.
They just hung the Enviro.
Oh, Chaos is
Oops.
hung, and Guinan gets hit with Psycho Burst.
Follow me if you can.
And unfortunately, Zamixi had judgment, but she did overwrite it.
Judgment wouldn't work here anyway.
Oh, you're right.
Okay, I'm gonna go
So
up.
we've been under two.
Oh, Guinan eats a
Um,
Psycho Burst on the way down.
I forgot I didn't have anything to get hang time. I'm dead at Gaming Time's base. I need you to come over.
I literally
Big
have
pickup.
no defense.
Oh, and there's the 20 damage Psycho Burst, and we're going to the next map.
That's okay. Let's go to lane and just lane.
That was a quick one.
Critter and Esper with the Chaos Psycho Burst working very well on
I,
Sign.
Unfortunately,
Keeping
didn't
this
draw
series alive
anything-
for them.
Like I didn't draw Blaster or Willow, so my plan of Blaster and Willow once it went down was dead. You're typing on.
So you're saying the fidelity of Aura was their downfall?
I remember that the.
Hmm.
Do you want to use parabolas or do you want to use Willow Rian?
If I
Which one really bullied L? Do you remember that game?
Parabola.
Okay.
All right, make a call on this one. They're going to lane now. They've looked pretty strong, but the series has been somewhat back and forth. If you consider the whole Palace best of 3, do you think they close out here on lane, or do you think that Esper and Critter have the momentum they need to get back in this series now?
I think they close out here on lane, and I'm going to tell you why. It's because lane, I think, is a lot easier to deal with the 2v1 aggro.
We're going to take a rock shot or a big bomb.
There's a
and we're
lot
just
of
gonna go
built-in
in,
defenses
acquisition
for a
or no, we
cartwheeler.
have it.
A lot of being able to just change the the level, like go high, go low.
Let's go.
So if Zamixi sits there and digs, and she waits for her perfect hand, Geigen's not going to be eating as much free damage as he would on, I think, Sign or even Palace. And I think that'll be a difference maker.
Quantum Amps again, saving the day. They've got another Enviro in hand, so maybe they're going with the same Chaos build.
It's probably going to work every time or something. I don't know.
They are, but like
Zamixi needs to stop using Aura now. At 7 or 8 should have been plenty. Stop popping it.
Yeah, I don't need any more
Stop
than what I have right
popping Aura.
Okay, it's probably a lack. 10 Aura is good because you
but
double big bomb.
not only should she stop picking up Aura, I mean,
my first acquisition.
I think she was saved in that the early. I hate the idea of early Quantum Amp because all you did was set up your opponents.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, had to.
Zamixi's got to get in there. She's got a good hand. She's got everything she needs. Just get in and fight.
Esper's got what's probably that same lack combo again, but so what?
Oh, and there's the big Psycho Burst, and Guinan eats the big bomb.
Yep, you didn't need 10 Aura.
It didn't need to be throwing big bomb at him from that distance either.
Gaming time has no shield.
Okay. I don't have a lot of attacks, so you got to give me just a second.
That big bomb should connect.
I'm actually looking for a return of nature, frankly.
It's still just that slow.
I thought the Quantum Amp. Yeah, big bomb's just not the skill.
You just got to dodge it like a hyper kick.
Runs into a corner.
Off in a corner. That's not great.
Guinan takes the Psycho Burst.
I'm in my
he
base.
should have
Yep,
an
you
easy
got me.
pickup here.
Okay, I'm
Zamixi needs to get high ground or something
I
and
need
just
to.
be firing big bombs and stuff, not hanging around down low.
I need to be up
There we go.
here.
That was
This
good.
is where I'm strongest.
Good hit.
Do it.
She's in a good spot.
Reflect Mirror
William,
again out of
we don't need nothing
Critter.
else.
I would not have done that because you knew he was going to reflect that one.
I need more acquisition.
Saw it coming.
And I need to drop Rian.
Big bomb. Well.
Okay, do that.
Actually, I'm gonna drop Dark Hole because it's not.
Okay.
Doing, yep. Okay.
I guess picking up the extra aura here is not the worst
I'd
thing.
like
Can't use it.
Oh, I can't use it. Shit.
Chaos proving to really throw a wrench in things right now.
Having just seen what they brought, you would feel like the second time you see it, teams are generally more.
Guinan's in there fighting, and Zamixi needs to be up high somewhere helping him right now instead of the digging.
It. I feel like they're not any more ready to face this than they were when it saw it on Sign. But yeah, like I said, I mean, Geigen again with the double aggro.
You know, I can't use a good portion of my arsenal, but do I really need anything besides just a good sword?
There's another Psycho Burst out of Esper.
Thank you. Okay, I've got more acquisition.
We're doing fine.
I mean, acquisitioning till the cows come home,
Doing
but
fine.
at a certain point, she's got to get.
Need
the
to be up
angles.
high and hitting your angles.
Yeah.
We've only seen her get up high
Esper's
once
coming up.
this
Don't
match.
Get hit by the Psycho Burst.
Yeah, I know. You're good.
This is a
Good
fine
rock
angle.
shots finally.
Yeah, and you see the game's turning. Like, Geigen can end it there.
Yeah, you're there. You're attacking.
Back up.
Here it comes.
Now get out of there.
How good is Return to Nature for you right now? Do you need a skill that costs 2 or less?
No, I'm good. I can play. I need my acquisition.
Okay.
I'm dead again. They just repeatedly punched me.
So Geigen was talking about Return to
Right there?
Nature. Zamixi
Yeah,
wants the
keep going.
acquisition. He's going to return right here, I think. While she's dead would be a great move. Nope.
His partner's dead.
We could have returned to nature while I was down.
Oh, sorry. I needed to not get Psycho Bursted, so.
Yeah, can't
Okay, one
can't
hit.
hit a return to nature while you're being followed by Psycho Burst.
Yeah, that's fair.
That is a great point by Guinan.
He could have run away. Let's not pretend I was wrong. There were things.
Well, Esper has +2 speed. Good luck running away from him right now when you have a speed differential.
Okay.
But either way, they're in a pretty advantageous spot.
I feel good. I feel really good.
They're one shot just about to any attacks they both have.
Oh, parkour,
Careful,
Bregan.
careful.
Oh, you never heard of parkour?
I'm coming. Back up a little bit. I'm too far from you.
Parkour.
Oh yes,
Big
no
bomb.
one's ever done that one before.
Beautiful, beautiful.
All right.
All right, I'm down in the middle.
Again.
Uh-oh, Dazzle's gonna be just
Yep,
death
I
to
died.
Zamixi. And
Oh,
Guinan's
and
gonna be in
Guinan.
trouble too. That Dazzle, you gotta get out of there. You gotta start
Zamixi
digging
needs to
through
get
your
up on top of this building right here and be throwing rock shots.
Yeah.
Get up.
I didn't mean to use that shit.
It's okay.
I got undazzled when I didn't think I was gonna.
It's okay. I brought 3.
All right, they're getting
they're one
things
hit.
real
Let's go.
close now. Esper has managed to get a lot of damage back in along with Critter.
Got the angle, you just gotta be spamming. And then jumps down and loses the angle again.
I think staying close here when they're all moving away is probably the right idea. But better would have been going up through
on top of the
Critter's
other
base and being up there.
Keep up your pressure.
Yeah. I'm not saying leave your teammate the 2v1, I'm just saying.
Oh, they hit Guinan with the
I
Dazzle
didn't-
combo.
Being dead up there, Mixi's got no answer for, jumping into Dazzle.
Jump lift
but
and immediately
other than
right.
that,
You might have to jump a dazzle.
she
when
doesn't
you get
jump
up there
into
to
the
get me.
Dazzle, it's over.
Oh, they got to be careful.
You get me, we're good.
Nope.
It's okay.
Oh.
It's okay.
That's 2 losses.
Yeah, not having my levitate and not being able to use any of my shields gibbed me.
I mean, Esper in gaming time, do you think you just bring the same arsenal? You found something that works. It's clearly throwing a wrench into Zamixi and Gagnan's plans.
Take a few seconds.
Yeah, I'm good.
Good. Okay.
I'm good. Thank you.
I can feel a little bit of the tilt there.
Johnny Pano.
They're gonna run those punches again. Do you think we can? Oh. Yes, I want to run Pano.
Oh, they've got something dirty here for Pano.
Interesting.
Good focus, right? Because no free hits. That's our whole motto is no free hits. Got it?
Yep. I'm patting my head, Faye. Thank you so much. Yep. Doing a quick stretch.
Here we go. Game 5. Esper and
The
Critter.
Decider. Esper and Critter, though, I'm going to give it to them. People did not have a lot of faith on them coming into this, and I've seen
match is literally
very good strategies in play.
The Chaos Psycho Burst has just been tearing them apart.
They haven't changed the map yet.
And we keep seeing, it seems like Zamixi is letting the stress get to them and just not being in the right position a lot.
Yeah, it's leaving Gagnon in a lot of bad 2v1s. Gagnon, though, I mean, he could back off, and there are ways to deal with that. I mean, I've not seen Gagnon, try to help Zamixi back into the fight. I feel like Gagnon is just like, well, I'll just be Gagnon. But
I mean, just don't like
that's not the ideal method to deal with it either.
All right, looks like we do have the Triple Toph versus Xanxus and Sam semifinals starting up.
That kind of does look like they're trying to scream look.
Oh no. I'm sure it's
Yep,
fine.
I've got Zan up on my screen now.
Well, I was going to wait for Game 5 of this one here.
They are taking a while.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right,
I can't lower the quality of
2-hour first
Zan's
round.
stream, so it's
Do you
just
think
lagging
Bregan's bored?
everything. Does he think Bregan is bored?
Everyone had lag issues. L's a little bit salty. It looks like they had lag, but they lost 3-0-3. So it's Triple and Toph going against Xanxus, winner of this game going against Sin and Shadow.
So Nui and L are out.
By the way, don't tell, but I threw a little bit that one because I did play the wrong version of the Arsenal.
Okay, it's fine.
I meant to play the one that I added the crush to. They're right next to each other. Whoops.
I love how he says don't tell when 16 people are watching the
But
stream.
they've played that literally
And
every time.
let me double check ours. I had it up earlier.
I mean,
Another 10
hopefully
over
they'll
here.
switch
I
it
mean,
up,
there's some
but
overlap, I'm sure, but we got 10 people watching
It doesn't
ours.
matter. It doesn't matter.
17 on Zamigsy's. Over here on the B stream.
Like they got to win with it.
Yeah.
So, like, they tried
Thank
to
you.
things, they gotta win with one.
Thank you, Sharky. Yeah,
I don't
don't
think they're gonna
tell.
beat us here.
Come on.
Which means they might bring Psycho Burst Frightened.
You're gonna hear this shit from the
Mind you, I don't
grapevine.
care if they bring Psycho Burst.
Ugh.
Guy over here endorsing the don't ask,
There's a lot
don't
of
tell.
new faces in the galaxy today. Welcome everybody. Good to see you guys.
SMH, man.
Thank you for following and for hanging out with us and for rooting for us in this tournament. This is the last round to decipher who gets to move on in this bracket. So
Yeah, last quarterfinals game.
Let's get it.
I wonder if some of the other people are
so much fanfare.
also bored waiting for this 2-hour match.
Esper and Critter are taking forever picking Arsenals. And then watch them run the same thing after taking this much time.
Triple and Toph are gonna be done before they start their match.
What the hell?
I know, I should have just let that play,
That's why I think they're watching
apparently.
your stream. Which is why I said just don't hover it. Like they can see what colors your skills are, but it's fine.
I mean, it's a good match. I'm watching it.
Frankly, I've got a
Some
back
high
pocket
level
option,
play.
so if they take more than like 2 more minutes, I'm just gonna switch this.
Oh, Xanxus and Sam, you know what? We'll put this down there at 480. We're going to watch Xanxus and Sam until these guys finally decide to get going.
Break the servers so Microsoft has to make a change.
Sam's at 4. Xanxus is taking some damage. He also got arm roast at one point.
Okay.
And then Purified back. It's a Purified party now.
But Triple and Toph have actually put some good pressure down early here. They do a nice turbulence there. Takes away at least a Tiger Strength from Sam, but he's got another. Purify from Xanxus as well.
It's rid of the Purify, so if they've got more stats, they'll be alright.
Xanxus picks up an amulet now.
Don't tell anyone, but this is off to a pretty good match.
Nobody asked you. Remember, it's don't ask.
Yeah, I wasn't going to call back to that. It made no sense as a callback the first time. You're just trying to get me in a pickle.
Oh no.
I mean, I'm like
Good
Bregan,
flash
show
roll
me
from
what
Xanxus. Great job with the fortress. Dodging, but he does
Oh,
eventually
wow.
get hit by one. But
and
that
then
was a
triple
great
does
rally.
hit Toph. Triple hits Toph with the first lightning sword.
Xanxus came out ahead big on that rally.
He was like, show me what you're gherkin with, and man. Oof.
Sam is getting in some great damage too right now.
Triple,
was that
we're
Purified?
doing well, but they haven't put off the gas, and the pace is just hurting them right now.
Xanxus is out of attacks. He's got 2 now in hand. Triple and Toph had a pretty big health differential here.
I am still listening to Geigen, who was talking about limiting time between
Good
games,
lightning sword.
and the irony's not lost on me.
Oh, got him.
All right, that's match 1 for Sam and Xanxus.
Wow, what a firefight! I hope you guys all caught some of that.
Yeah,
That was a good one.
I went into voice chat.
Sharky telling people to just skip work to watch the tourney.
All
I
right,
appreciate
we're finally
that.
getting into it on Zamigzy Guinan for Game 5, so we're headed back over.
Sharky's the
they're
work
the same
reform hero we
all that
need.
time just to have this.
They picked a couple skills different.
So let's
That's
elect
okay.
Sharky.
Let me know how soon you're gonna get to it.
I got it.
I want him to be a
All
unit
right,
later.
they can immediately lay down this forest sanctuary.
Yeah,
And
I helped them
perfect
put this
jumper.
together. That's going to take out the Psycho Burst. They have no way of getting up
And
there
that, my
unless they have their own
friends, is a soft
levitate.
hang. Tournament legal.
Sam Meister or anyone, yeah.
And we've got Guinan on Ice Sword.
All right, that's a judgment, which means we need an orb for the next one.
Orb pops up
no.
right then, huh?
Okay.
Do I get rid of Glacial, Angel's Wing, or D-Trick?
For what?
Just perfect.
Just to keep digging for the next environment.
Oh. Keep. Well.
He's frozen.
Decisions made.
Yep, the decision needed to be made faster than that because they've got to find this next environmental. The waffling is going to spell disaster here. So
I think he has a dazzle.
I feel like it's it.
See if I'm right.
That was so knee-jerk.
Overwrite the protect circle. Yep. Keep
It's just a thing we've seen
they overrode the
out
judgment,
of
so you can
Zemixia, I think,
play
a
the
couple
enviro as soon
times.
as you
The
want.
nerve seems to get to him.
I know you don't have it.
Then they
So he's got Photon Blast.
kind of freeze up.
Whatever it is.
I mean,
gotta be moving
there's
faster
Okay,
than
I've
this.
got the
There it
next
is. All right, we go. We
They're
lay
frozen.
it.
Just do it.
Okay, now it's hung with
Okay.
orb. They just got to be careful
So
not to get
there's
too
a
low
Psycho
on
Burst
aura.
and a photon burst that are unusable. Notes.
Okay, decoy.
I think the judgment was already dropped
No,
as
I'm
it
gonna go
was.
pop. I want them to suffer.
Which on the Esper Gaming Time side, I mean, if you see one Enviro go up,
Oh no, Esper
Hank
still
spot,
has it.
Save
Yeah,
your aura.
I would
Crush,
hold on to that.
Costs more.
They should be
notably,
figuring
Crush
out that
can,
they've got orb.
Can beat you if you take too low aura.
Nameplates are also not on. But Guinan is popping plenty of capsules here for free.
Just be careful about your aura level.
So I don't know if Esper or Gaming Time knows that they've got to get some sort of Glacial or Ice Sword off.
Decoy?
Oh, no decoys, no decoys. Keep your aura up.
Okay.
Well, there's at least another one on
down
bench.
to 0.
Like, your best bet is just having... Nope.
Okay,
Aura up.
I've got Aura.
You got to be
He's trying
careful
hit that,
because
but I've got Orb.
Almost caught, yeah.
Yeah, that's so I was like, keep your aura
they've given
up.
it away for free like 3 times.
Don't D-trick till you hit 9.
Yeah, I mean, I get the need to pop, but Zemixia should just not be
That
popping
doesn't matter.
without a huge amount.
Okay, again, no D-trick
Yep,
till 9.
just like
I
he
can
said,
D-trick,
wait
you
until
don't have to.
9.
He just found his one attack he can use. Careful.
I don't know. I'm not a big. I get the arsenals like this, and it's fun
really
to do a
gonna end
cheeky
like
one.
this, Esper.
This is not what I wanted to see out of a game 5.
Careful. Save up aura.
I
Watch
mean,
out
it's
for,
still fun to
Gaming Time.
watch in its own way. It's got a lot of risk to it. Critters here now with the
I have a
ricochet.
flash roll, so...
Flashwell on Guinan should take care of that. He seems to have an unending
I have shields for both
number
of
of
these,
light,
so it's just gonna take me a
or excuse me,
second.
ice swords to
Is
keep
this
these
your
guys
capsules
frozen.
down here, or?
Mine are below.
Okay.
But Esper's almost out of the game now.
Took that, Rico. Going to pop Esper.
So the Rico from Critter's
nearby.
gone.
Got rid of the
And there
sword.
we go. We got the Psycho Knife.
Just keep it level up. Keep your level up.
And that's it.
Where's yours?
That's gonna
Where's
be
your
the end
base?
of
Now,
Esper.
frightened out of
here.
Esper.
In this big room.
High. Your base is high. Where's gaming times?
They just got to go find
I'm not
Critter's
sure
capsules
game
and get the final pop out here.
Okay, let's look. Low. Okay. Again, just keep your level up, and then we literally can't lose. Yep, that doesn't work. I hope you know.
Alright, while Esper is down, Zemixia will be free to pop at will. But they just got to wait for him to spawn.
In case you watch the VOD later, I'm doing this specifically because you made me wait too long in the lobby. I could, like, win a different way, but I don't want to.
Oh my goodness.
made me wait too
Guinan. We
I'm
all
gonna
know
make
that you
my
were
base.
hovering this arsenal
So we
before
only
they
have to
spent
go
10 minutes in
We only
the-
have to go to 3
in there.
skills, and then I can get the rest.
So Guinan,
You can
also,
tone down the BM
Bregan
just a
probably is
little.
going to tell me that's dishonorable.
also part pickle.
Bregan's
He's
a-
full of salts.
Yeah, he even knows that I disapprove already.
Because I started this at 4 o'clock. Okay, guys. All right, walk away. Let's get it with the violent change.
Alright, they're just going to violent change it now. Even if they did manage to judgment the environmental at this point, it doesn't matter. And now we're just going to watch the bleed out.
Wait for the cameras.
Team
Wait
Salt
for the-
I'm
Mixer.
gonna get an attack.
The bleed out.
I want to actually attack them. I'm bored.
Alright, let's see. Xanxus and Sam are on highway.
Prevented him from getting up there. Did you get it?
And, oh, they
Are they
tried to
gonna
lay
try the pickup
Chaos,
chain?
but triple laid
I didn't see that he had it.
Lunar Force just before Xanxus
Okay,
could
where
lay
is
his
it?
down.
was wonderful timing and
If Bregan's
a
still
wonderful
watching,
use of
yes,
the
that is your
Pyro as a
build.
defense.
Yes, I did borrow it. Good job, thank you.
Sam does have another.
That is the 3-2 victory for Guinan and Zamixi. They'll be moving on to face Shadow and Sin. Take over the cast here for a moment with the Xanxus match. I'm going to let them know they can start playing ASAP.
All right. While he's doing that, I'm going to cast probably 10 seconds behind from where he was. So we got the D-Trick, the Mephistos, and the jump. Clearly, Xanxus was also trying to set some things up. We got the Forest Sanctuary down now. The D-Trick, so kind of similar to what we just saw happen. Everyone just wants to throw jank. I don't know why everyone's in a janky mood, but Triple's got quite a few capsules that Xanxus has to go through if he wants to get them out. Mephisto's in hand, though. I mean, Xanxus not really being pushed.
Wait, what the fuck?
Got the flash hole. You can sort of just
and
weather
Triple
this.
are really giving it to him here on this one. Not being able to get that chaos down has really thrown a wrench into things. Xanxus has that diabolical trick.
I took Toast Vibration laser.
Triple is at least low enough on capsules that there could be something going on here.
I'm going the wrong
but,
way.
jeez,
Yeah,
I don't think you can trade a
Toast running up top to go get
diabolical
lasers,
trick
so he's gonna
per
be spamming
capsule
soon.
per vibration blaster. That's just not a great trade right now.
I think it was trying to bait out the
They might get the chaos now.
With the flash. Yep, here it comes.
They get it down. But Sam's got to make this pickup now.
Big hit, a lot of damage to do it. Triple and Topher.
He does manage to make it. Chaos is down. What do they have left in the bag here? They haven't really taken any damage. The pop out is still a long way from being successful.
Yeah, but...
And it's still Vibration Blaster that you're trading per diabolical trick. You got to be careful.
I mean, Triple's losing attacks left and right, but he's dodging, he's making these counters. I mean, they're in a good spot, despite being what should be a very bad spot.
Toph has to get something here to help him out.
Yeah, Toph's got to get some pressure or something to help preserve those capsules. Uh-oh! Lag out by Sam.
Oh, no. Well, it's silent rule time.
I do feel bad for
I'm gonna go see what Leah's doing.
Toph and Triple, though. I felt like it was possible for them to win that. But, I mean, I think that was a very clear silent rule.
I think we're going to take a 2-minute break real quick while they remake and lag test and we wait for the other series to get going. I do know that Guinan said he needs 5 minutes to let his computer cool down since it was a 2-hour first round. So we'll be back in just a few minutes. All right,
What does
we are
Triple have? I'm gonna
back
do a
with
shield
more
check here.
highway action.
He's jumping it, so that means he doesn't have something to block it with.
Choices, are you still with us? Well, maybe stepped away for a moment as well. I was just watching in the background when this
He does
started,
have,
and
okay, he has a defense now.
since they're already underway, here we are back.
Hope's up there
Zanx is
too.
playing a really defensive build, it looks
Tiger
like,
Strength.
with Guard of Waters.
I'm gonna drop my learning.
Looks like he had this prepared for Shadow Shield.
I don't think they're doing anything cheesy.
I mean, the name of the arsenal was literally Shadow Shield.
Hope only has 3 aura.
Toph is
Hold up,
using
is
a
he trying- he
jump,
doesn't
it
have
looks like.
anything. He doesn't have anything to hang.
Yep, I'm back.
Turbulence will take away some of those toys. But Toph potentially looking for a hang there
Still
with
just waiting
that
on my
jump.
Tiger Strength so I can break the shields.
Yeah, we'll see if he brought in any redundancy or if that
Although-
was it.
I think his shield is a Dark Hole because he's missing 1 health. So
Alright, there's a boost mine
Dark Hole.
for Triple and
Yep.
Toph. But
Zanx is taking his time this time, though.
just a little bit of trading back and forth when it comes to skills. Nobody's really made any progress yet.
Okay.
Zanx is
Goes
still
to the
playing a
right
jumper here on Highway. It's a bit strange to see.
Well, I'm wondering if he's running something similar and he's got another Enviro. Jumper definitely gives you a lot more you can do with the Enviros here.
Might also have just forgotten,
How's it going down
since he was
there?
playing the jumper before to lay the Enviro.
Maybe.
Okay.
Good iron skin.
Okay, I have a Tiger Strength now. I can start hitting them.
But I don't know. I mean, Triple's playing the jumper as well, which he doesn't normally do. It's kind of weird. Not sure what has everybody
fucking 'em up.
leaning towards jumpers these days, whenever they're definitely better defensively as cartwheelers.
Okay, I broke it. I can start spamming with the good shit now.
Cartwheelers are
Like the
far
other ones
superior.
are.
I agree.
Alright. Dark Hole's broken, and Sam's able to continue with that Tiger Strength twist there.
Okay.
Or I think it's
Yeah,
slide, actually.
Triple's base is,
I'm not gonna
he's
let
got to
Triple
get the
get
hell
back
out
to
of
base
there.
ever.
Your base is compromised.
Well, that Rian just about came for Triple. Nasty little angle. That one does connect onto Toph. Triple is definitely going to die there, and Toph going to follow suit here. It's a shame they had that lag out.
Got him.
Yeah,
They
I was going to say
they were having such a good highway game.
they were definitely in line to possibly steal that.
Great flash hole there. Takes quite a bit of toys.
I can't. He's under the highway now.
This could give him a way back in.
I don't
Sam
have
is
more
getting
vibration
low on
lasers.
attacks.
I only have slide and twists. I have a vibration blaster now, though.
I mean, they've got their health is 2 good resets. I mean, they can get their base back and
I can break it. Yeah.
keep it.
Toph taking a peek up there as well. We don't know what his shield is currently.
Up here.
He's got 2. If they can take out Sam's attacks and then put a 2v1 onto Zanx's, they've still got a chance in this one.
Yeah.
There's Toph.
I think like I said, Triple and Toph have been playing really, really well.
It was real close there, and then there was a clutch pickup, and they got their way back in here.
I can break
The double
that.
reset.
It comes up.
So they're both pretty low in their arsenals, but so is Sam.
Toph is
the one
moving
with
in now.
plenty to burn.
Oh, that does break
Okay, I
the
had to
shield
jump
of
down.
Triple there. That could be really bad. Shieldless now against that. Oh, but
Shieldless in a bad
Toph
spot,
is
but
really
Toph's
getting
got an angle.
Toph is really getting Zanxis as well.
Yeah, I got
Flash
Triple.
hole takes
I got
it.
Triple.
Triple's
Oh, there
down.
we go.
He's dead.
Toph no attacks
Toph's
now
super
and
far
far
away.
away. He should just jump off.
Hold. Yeah, here.
To the quick reset. I'd agree with that.
There you go.
Should give him a head
Toph
start.
instead
on
has
the
cornered
people's
himself.
base.
Oh my god, that manual should have hit.
What is
but
Toph
whatever.
doing?
Got him.
I don't know, but Zan's already on his way over to Triple for the corpse defend. Whatever Toph could have gotten there,
Hey, I'm
he's not going to get there now.
Twist lasers.
Toph with a pretty big throw there. I think he's still going to get him, but
I don't know, but you were right. When you have 10 health and one guy is looking to clearly make the trade to die, That's when you just jump off and you appear right next to your
Triple
base.
is still shieldless up here
Losing
against the
aura
Rian.
here?
This is bad.
Nice, nice, nice.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to survive that.
They
He
still
has
haven't
dash
taken
still?
any of the attacks away from Sam really either. He at least makes the pickup. Triple's got a shield now, but he's so low. Another good pickup there by Toph, but he goes down. And Triple's just not able to do enough with that photon barrier there.
Was that 2? Or was that 1?
Takes him a minute, but Xanxus and Sam put them down.
1-1 on Highway after the silent rule. Good match. A little bit more one-sided than the
Tourney,
other
what do you
one,
wanna do this time?
but there were some moments there. Good back and forth.
It's like memory lapse or no?
All right, they're talking about playing a memory lapse for the next map. I didn't catch what the map was. That's going to be chosen by Triple and Toph.
That's not. Isn't that just 1-1?
Oh, I don't want to run that against.
Yeah, but
Was that
but they were the ones that
runs
lagged.
Armor's
Oh no,
Watch,
Sam lagged out. So I
He
guess you're
runs
right.
Armor's Watch
It is
way too
1-1.
often. I don't think we should run any hard stats against them, really.
Looks like our other series is underway though. So let's pop over. Sin and Shadow.
But can't you just
versus
do it like this, though?
Guinan and Zamigzi? We've got the
that's what I'm
rematch
saying.
here.
I was just messing around. Yeah, I know. I know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, they're lag testing
There is a different
still.
way to do it. I didn't know you could do it by just holding the direction. It's kind of cool.
It's because Zamixi hates us.
Nifty. That screws with my eyes, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why
Much
you
like my
spelled
Math
that.
Blast opponent, they said,
Insane.
how do we break Phantom Dust? Alright, I'm going to start shooting some stuff.
All right, they're still lag testing, so no big deal. Looks like we will be going back to Sama for Xanxus. Key Faith is the pick.
If you have a judgment and we just don't lose it, that should be fine. I'm gonna run lasers again. I got the good spawn that time. Yep.
All right. Just not a whole lot going off here.
I just used
While
my
we're
vibration
waiting for
lasers
them to
break their
start,
dark holes, and then I had to use the other ones.
we've really seen some good effort there out of Triple and Toph, but they are
That's why I
down
just put so many lasers in there. It's like they
0-2
can't be
right
running
now.
that many dark
Or
holes.
well, it's 1-1 in the Highway silent rule, and then Xanxus and Sam took Palace.
Yeah, they are. Alright. I'm ready whenever. Oh,
We're
are
just
we done?
waiting for everyone to ready up.
Okay. You have a way to get rid of environmental, so we should be okay here.
It's going to be a pretty standard plan. Surreal Sam's
got
going to
the
be on the
good spawn again. I have a
lasers,
boost
and
line, so you can
Xanxus
use
will
it.
be moving into skirmish close.
Hold up. Toph might be vicious balancing here. I'm gonna hold
Highway
Aura.
itself, I feel like there's not a lot of
He's
different
looking
strategies
like
to
he
run
is.
on Highway.
I mean, it is open to running a lot of jank. So there's a lot of naughty things you can do here.
I'm literally just holding.
They're
Aura.
worried about a vicious balance right now.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
well, they shouldn't be. We just saw a level berserk actually out of Toph.
Hold up. Triple's coming up to me right now. I'm gonna drop down.
Yeah, Sam's still holding Aura.
Yeah, I think it's time for him to
Triple's
just
on
go
top
ahead
of me right
and
now.
use it up and move through
He
the
has 3
arsenal.
attacks and a defense.
Toph gonna start eating those hyper kick trades.
Yep, this is definitely a finesse game here. Hyper kick
Oh, he got
versus
me?
Excalibur.
Fucking got me.
Dance of Death out of Triple. So it looks like they're trying to set up the
He
frightening
canceled
dance.
I will.
Now Sam versus just Triple. Yes. All right, Sam's running. I was gonna say that's not where you want Sam to
He's
be.
got the dash at least. But,
Toph was doing quite well, but Zan doesn't have a lot of aura or attacks either.
I just haven't even been popping my aura. I'm gonna pop. Well, if I pop
But
it,
Sam
it'll be a vicious
ate
bounce
quite a
combo.
bit of damage there from Triple.
Tiger Strength can make a big difference here.
Backing up so I can laser from here.
Ooh, that was a
Nice. Oh,
great
you knocked him off,
manual.
too.
Yes, it was.
I'm gonna go ahead and
That
risk mine
opens
here.
up so many possibilities
do
here,
it.
but he does eat the 6 damage from the Excalibur.
Sure,
Pretty
looks like he's
lucky
on mission
Excalibur.
balance, though.
But you know what? Sometimes that's all you need is a little luck. Toph, though, still no shields.
Triple's gonna be behind us at the top.
Oh, bad cartwheel there.
Oh,
Oh,
another
here he comes,
5
here he
damage on the Toph. Still no Frighten, though.
Okay, I
Hey.
fell off
Triple.
back at my base.
Triple just
Just
cannot get within
played.
spitting distance of Zan. Impotent,
Oh,
staring at him.
Toph just deciding to outrun Rans instead of cartwheel.
Yeah.
We are underway on the other series now. We'll try and watch the end of this one, and then we'll swap over.
Okay, I can't keep shooting into him. He has a hole for it.
Chasing with Dance, but I think you're going to be hard-pressed to catch him. Eats another
Toph
5
is still sitting
damage.
at 4. I just don't want to.
I mean, Zan and Sam were looking a little precarious for a
he's
bit,
running
but
lasers. I guess
just
he could
Rian
be
is
running the
enough to
2 cost
apparently
lasers only.
destroy everything that Triple wants to do.
Yeah, and Toph has not managed to get back to dig either. I don't know. He was
That's what-
around
that's
this
what I'm
base for a
aiming at
long
right now,
time
but
and
he's
just
on the
did not pick
staircase
anything
down
up. Oh, they go for a Quantum Decay.
Okay.
They were waiting for him to die, but now he's dead.
Wait, Toph's
And
about to die.
Hyper Kick and Laser are enough to kill you. Oh my goodness, he does make the pickup.
Oh, he got the pickup. No.
That would have been super tilting if he did that and then missed the pickup.
I mean, it
Xanxus
was
with
a
that
possibility.
dirty reincarnation angle over the stairs.
Okay.
I mean,
Back to
he's
back
got
hyper kicks.
Hyper Kick and Tiger Strike. This is all he needs, apparently. Triple's gonna die soon if he doesn't. Yeah.
It was a little late on that hyper kick follow up, but the second laser comes in for the
Decay
kill.
again. That's
But
fine.
there's
I
another
didn't have any.
Quantum.
I'm very, very low aura-wise, though. I can still shoot twist lasers here, though.
Twist Laser and Hyper Kick are apparently all they need.
Unless he has a glacial, he doesn't have
Toph
a
should have
building, so-
immediately been running for that. What is he doing? You
Digging.
pop that Quantum Decay and you go.
They might
What
be
are you
digging for another
doing?
Quantum.
I'm hitting him.
But
you know he's got a slide laser. You know he's got a hyper kick. Why would you wait for them to set back up?
he's gonna die. This was an interesting idea, but the execution just did not come out the way they needed it to come out. He does get the
All right, he
pickup.
got it, but my goodness. There goes the dance.
I need to go back up to my base.
Rian is gone.
Hit him.
I mean,
Oh, I
just
fell off. I'm
Sam's
up on my base.
lasers are
I'm up
enough to
top.
just destroy everything.
Sam does tumble off. Triple's got the chance to close it here.
Yeah, Toph's nowhere
He
nearby
gets
the
way too hypey there.
Careful with the vibe laser.
Oh,
listen,
there's a
late.
laser.
Nice. Cool.
All right, now they're in a good spot if Triple can pull something off here, but he's got to watch out for the hyper kick.
I have a learning here, too.
Oh, I don't know about the tracking on
Triple
that.
goes down.
It looks
Hyper
like
kick
some,
does as hyper kick pleases.
some weird tracking, but oh, and again.
Oh, that manual for the hyper kick was dirty. All right, so that's the 2-0 lead for Xanxus and Sam. And we're over to Zamigzi and
Glitter on my
Guinan.
side. That's glitter on my side.
Okay.
Pretty
my
even
blue
here.
just spawned.
10-5 to
Let's go to my
15-5.
side first.
I'm up.
I know it doesn't seem optimal, but I need a shield.
No, I got-
Zamigzi is shieldless. With a shield on bench, but has not chosen to grab it. We see the guard out of Shadow Shield. Likely running Dance. 5 damage off of the Willow of Sin, but he goes down to 1 from
Line it up,
Zamigzi.
line it up.
Now they've got to try and keep this escalator blocked from Shadow Shield. They've got a great defensible position here.
Give me a second.
Yeah, that should be an easy
could easily
closeout.
reset right now if we wanted.
But
I've got a guard of water.
yeah,
No,
never
I want
count
to kill him.
Shadow
He's got
out.
8 health,
Okay.
and now he's got the speed
Bunny's
up.
where?
Up here
He's
we
got
go.
the fancy feet.
Okay, me short, you medium.
But you've got to go against Ice Sword.
I'm gonna bait.
You've got
Let
to
me
go
bait.
against Willow and Rand combo.
Oh,
Okay.
there we go.
Again, let me bait. Stay long. Stay as long as you can.
Oh! Shadow!
And there's the guard of water and the flame sword for the
And that's how you
finish.
double guard of water shadow shield.
Shadow doing that thing we talk about. If you're going for a corpse pickup, and it's not going to help you to get the hit, sometimes it's better to ignore the
God damn it,
trade.
Shadow, I love you, but I
And just go for the pickup. Goes for the
Amazing.
trade and ends up getting taking
Well, that's
advantage
Palace
of. Pretty
out of the
smart
way.
combo.
Yeah,
Guard
Palace
water
is
combo,
done.
but-
Let's see what they want to
Might
play.
be the first thing I've agreed with Guinan out of all the trash talk he's made right there. Shadow, we love you, but we also hate you.
Oh my gosh.
The
Also,
double
I mean,
guard of
he
water
definitely-
was great.
He definitely read Shadow with
Hell
the Guard of Water
yeah.
play.
Also,
That
the
was,
finalists. The
that
first
was pretty
finalist has been
clever
decided. Would you like to
anti-shadow
guess, Nixie,
tech.
without looking who it was?
He's anxious.
Wow, 3-0 against Tok Tok Tok. Zanxis is moving chats to give the kind GGs.
Oh, I guess that series is already over.
Jesus.
The Zanxa series is over
I'd really
3-0.
like to meet Zanxious and Sam in the finals.
Maybe Highway was the third map.
Hey, I mean, finals are Monday.
No, it wasn't. They're on City now. I think his stream is just that slow.
Oh, his
Yeah,
stream
I
is
wanna do
just
that.
that far behind.
That'd be
I
great.
see.
And them on City right now.
All right, well, Guinan and, or excuse me,
message us
Zanxis
their,
and Sam to the finals,
No.
and then
Fucking
one of these
type.
two teams will join them.
Well, we'll wait to decide
Who do you
what
think
Spoiler
wins this
alert.
grudge match?
I got a message from Shadow.
Okay.
I mean, I want to say it's probably Guinan. As soon as I saw the double guard of water tech, I mean, he's clearly planned
Really?
how to get back at Shadow.
Honestly, they might
but
have
Shadow's,
won Shadow, but would you
I
want
mean, clean.
Panel after seeing
There's
both-
no mystery
both our
about what
panel
kind of
match
deck
and then that
Shadow
what just
brings,
happened?
and he still is that
I wouldn't
dangerous. So you never
alright,
count him
so
out.
The
'Cause all it takes
okay,
is just
great.
the right momentum, a little bit of tilt on the partner, and that's all she
What do you want to
wrote.
think about?
Getting to be a sweaty series in here.
Okay, what am I going to see from them? on
Coming
here?
in with the
How many
anti-shadow
vibrations
shield tech.
from Shadow.
Both Shadow and Sin have been very
Shadow
impressive
plays
together as a
vibration,
team.
It might be psycho-optical with, another.
While we're doing this, I'm still watching
Psychoverse?
Sans old cast. So we
Do
know how it
you want
ends,
me
but
to go
it's
range?
kind of a firefight right on City now.
I think your key faith is fine. He is a jumper. We cannot
I'm
play
going to
that.
keep the stream here on the live match. We're headed to City. Looks like
Someone
we're
gifted you a sub
hitting
to
Key
Rift
Faith
Track, so I
for
got all these
Zamigzy.
emotes and gifts to use. Oh
I'm
my
guessing
goodness.
those are Lunar Forces.
I'm going to change an arsenal real quick and pick it.
I mean, it could be something weird to limit
Guard
Shadow.
of Water.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't put
We
it
can hear
past him.
Guinan adding Guard of Water to an arsenal right now.
I'm going to just use the Blazing Sword deck. You're going to be at the medium. I'm going to also be at close.
Double vibe lasers is what's happening to
Key Faith
Triple
with
and
dash.
Toph right now in City.
Yeah.
Looks like they were
Okay,
doing well in the
let's do it.
firefight, but they got caught in the
What's
back
gonna
spawn
happen?
against
Taking
double
City.
vibe.
And
yeah,
Guinan is a
probably-
mixer going more for the double rush with the.
That's how. Yeah, that's all she wrote. Double vibe on the
double
back
aura,
spawn in
double
City is
Partners are next to each other.
not where you want to be.
Okay.
What's your yellow?
Oh, Sin
yeah.
and Shadow got the good spawns.
Green's Tiger.
Yep, green's tiger. My red's venom thing. I'm probably gonna have to drop one of my tigers for the other tiger that just spawned. Yeah, I'm getting a little aura screwed right now.
One time,
That was a
Shadow's
really
like
rough
one-
start
The
here.
optical deck that I knew was
wanting amping for you.
Well, I have dark hold.
I have a Return to Nature. I am going to use
Go
it.
ahead and
Yeah.
burn that
it's on
venom
the way.
thing already.
I am getting
Oh.
mega aura screwed right now.
This is rough.
Use it now. It's just one speed up I got rid of, but nope.
Nixie doesn't like to dig either. This is too much time here.
I need a flash hole. I'm digging to that.
Oh, it's crushing.
I
Do
let
you have a
him,
shield you can use?
Should have seen that one
I
coming.
deliberately let him hit me. That way he'll shoot another one.
Get a dark hole.
What do
I mean,
get
you
rid
could have
of?
just blocked
Willow,
that
Guard,
one
Dark
and
Hold,
erased
Venom
it.
Fang.
Venom Fang.
And then Guinan wouldn't be being shot by that.
Okay, I only have tiger.
Asking
right now.
your partner what you need to be overriding is also slowing things down here.
What would help right now?
Yeah, yeah, you gotta just overwrite.
You
At
need to
this
either
point,
erase something or
the
get in
non-optimal
melee.
overwrites is gonna be better than
Alright, I'm
an optimal, but you took 30 seconds to get to the decision.
Okay,
Yeah,
I got two
Guinan
shields
is
to
taking
spawn.
15 damage now. They needed to be in this sooner.
Oh, I didn't mean to get rid of that. Fuck me.
Good turb.
And Guinan just turbed Zamigzy out of the air.
There's the.
It was Guinan's turb. That was a horrible turb then.
I'm getting in there.
I thought it was Shadow's turb. Yeah, that makes way more
glacial
sense.
on Sen.
No, there's an extreme disconnect here. And they are being punished for it.
Okay, I can get rid of it.
Yeah, you can have all
Without
the,
a serious miracle, they are looking at losing this game.
you can have all the anti-shadow tech you want, but if the other team plays clean and you guys are just not connecting,
Oh.
you hurt your teammate and then you leave your
I'm dead
teammate
right
for
there.
double
That's
aggro for the game. That's gonna be it.
No, I agree. The Aura screw here was bad, but Zemixi needs to be more decisive and decide what they're doing with their arsenal to get back into the fray more quickly.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were, burn the Venom Fang, burn the guard, do it
Come to baby
immediately.
set. Go to your base.
Burn the second Willow. Like, it sucks, but it is what it is. What else can you do? You had a Dark Hole. That's all you needed.
Okay, Willow, Hyper Kick, Rian.
Sin and Shadow are playing it really conservative too. They're not pushing their advantage that hard. They know they're in a good position. They figure they have the time to set up and do what they want to do.
They are, but I mean, the longer you take against a team that like Guinan, I mean, now that he's got 10 health again,
If you want to roll off, you can.
he can stretch that out.
Okay,
You don't want to over push, but when it's 20 to 20, I mean, I feel like you could have closed this game out with the right momentum.
I mean, it's quite possible, but they may not have been confident in their hands for closing it out. They're getting good chip damage, but they don't have a great way of defending the corpse runs. And so right now, it just seems like they're content to just sit there, tickle with some lasers, get some more damage down until they're ready to close out.
You've got chip damage, you've got angles. I mean, there's no problem with playing it patient. As long as you can eventually close out.
What's the play, Guinan?
I mean, we know Shadow's going to be heading towards a Psycho Burst.
I need to take
He just
that.
probably doesn't have it or doesn't
And then I need
have
to go
where
to
he
the
wants
shield
to
to
be
go
to use it
flat.
yet.
Okay.
Saw the vibration. Looks like he was testing shields for a bit.
We gotta wait for an opening, frankly. Don't go too deep. I gotta see this.
Plenty of health here to start. I mean, I know patience is great, but this is where it's. I mean, it's okay to make some trades here.
Ooh, both swords gone for Sin. I mean, this is a good play though from them, as you know, the jumper in Shadow Shield here, refusing to come fight out on that open ground and just getting that chip damage with the laser and then forcing them to come over here and fight them at the boxes. Armor's watch there is also massive.
Huge. That's huge.
I use my return to nature.
Okay, maybe.
And then the decoys.
All right, so that's what they were waiting for. They were digging for decoy. That Iron Skin's going to slow it down at least a little. But Zemixi getting knocked off is a real far pickup. Guinan is gotta. Yep.
The decoy with the Psycho Burst could end up real dirty here.
Guinan's got to traverse a narrow bridge while also eating decoys. And hope he doesn't get comboed with the Psycho Burst. Which, I mean, he lucks out there. A little bit of luck, a little bit of skill. He does avoid it.
Yeah, I think they're absolutely,
I'm gonna find out what my last three.
trying to climb uphill on a mountain here, though.
Lunar.
This is a terrible position. I don't see how they lose with the current decoys Psycho Burst, unless Guinan really pulls out something special.
I don't care. Yes.
Shadow just ate 6 debris out of nowhere because of the decoy. But he does just eat big one.
Yep, there's the big dance.
No! So Mexi could jump into the decoys, and you've got dash. So,
oh no!
but dash only helps if you dash onto ground.
That is a fumble. So that's a 1-to-1, right?
Switch it to lane.
Or
yep.
Let's do some lane
did
stuff.
Shadow and Sin win
All
2?
I mean, there was so long with these matches and lag tests. Was it the first one after Palace?
I don't remember. Did they play anything between there and
Chat,
Palace?
hang out with them. Take
No, I
90
don't think so.
seconds to yourself, real quick.
Yeah.
1-1.
Doctor's orders.
Okay, thank you.
1-to-1. It is 1-to-1. Okay.
I could have gotten that pickup. I'm so mad. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean the pickup was a bit of a flub.
I'm just getting it off my chest.
I think that game was
I'm not,
basically
like,
a wash
mad.
already.
I'm not
They'd
sincerely
been
tilted.
at
I'm
such
just
a bad
venting
deficit
emotion
already,
out of
and
my
then they had
system.
no answer for the
That
decoy
way my
Psycho Burst
palate
at
is
that point.
cleansed for the
Right.
next game. Oh, I could have done that.
Even
I
if
had
even if
dash,
Zemixi makes
I
the
could
pickup
have-
there,
that
I
would
think
have
she
been
immediately
play of
goes
the
down,
game.
and then
fucking-
Guinan probably dies on the pickup.
I can't believe it.
He'd done a good job of making it across the map twice already against the decoy, but that's just rolling the dice. Eventually, it's going to roll wrong, and you're going to get hit by the Psycho Burst.
I mean,
The real question, though,
had
is
what I
this
would
going to
consider
tilt
the
Zemixi or
optimal
Guy?
spawns on that level. and I didn't draw.
Are they going to be able to get back into it mentally? Because City has a lot of variance. I mean, you could argue that they got screwed just as much by the spawns by they did as the draw. But the big thing is, do you have the mental fortitude after that to pull it back into it?
I mean, he's fine. What's the worst that's gonna happen?
He'll get an advantage.
Oh no, Zanx is getting an advantage. Whatever would we do?
Yeah, that's fine, Zanxious. You're good, man. It's actually good to see you, man. I naturally you're whooping ass.
Did Zanx drop a game in the top 8 yet?
Yeah, for those listening in, Zanxis did drop a game in quarters, but I don't think he actually dropped one to triple and Toph.
It was a 3-1.
I like how he called it triple
Toph. RTS Mario.
Yeah, we made sure that was spread around nice and wide.
Yeah.
Whoever came up with that must be some sort of clever person.
Losers bracket.
Probably just real cool.
Over Daigo, over all the greats to grand finals. Yeah, we can do this, man. Okay.
I want to mention that Zanxis specifically thought that we wouldn't win.
So we're headed
and
to
that
lane.
We weren't the most likely to beat them in the finals.
Really? And at the rate they all pick arsenals, we will be starting in 48 minutes.
The VOD of the
Yep.
Twitch
Finals will be 3 weeks from now at this pace.
Unbelievably screwed, L. Like, neither of us got shields. They had the optimum spawns. Things just didn't play out that game. And then I got a really unfortunate turb while I was like ascending from the
cats
jump
in the
lift,
cradle and the silver
and,
spoon.
that knocked
This
me
game's
down,
taking
and that set us
forever
back.
too.
I'm
When are
going
you
to
gonna pick an arsenal? Daddy says I don't know when.
Just a
we'll
quick
play the
one.
game then.
Everybody was ready, and now Guinan's not ready.
I'm going to turn my Return to Nature into a Judgment and not have a stat fixer personally.
Okay, just project as we go into this. Then I need like 3 or 4 hands for this arsenal to pop off, okay?
We got this. We got this.
I want you to be aware that in the very beginning of this, I'm vulnerable.
Yeah, we'll just see what you're
Looks like they're still going for the Psycho Faith with the 3 acquisitions here.
Here we go.
I don't know. I haven't been a huge fan of this, and they've been playing really slow with it.
Okay. I started with Levitate. And
I started with Spur.
Armros on bench.
I'm not going to start with this turb, but I've got it.
So it looks like they're running the same lane
They're
thing
waiting for a boost mine. Shadow's going to be on optical again.
that they tried
Shadow's
to do
gonna be our
last
target.
time.
Yeah, we need to see Zamigzy getting more early pressure with it, though.
Frantically dig and find all my acquisitions. Here's the first one.
No, you don't need to frantically dig and get all your acquisitions. You've got Rockshot, you've got +2. Get an angle with Guinan if he's ready to fight, and start putting out rock shots. That's it.
He's at 9 aura.
Guinan doesn't have a shield, though, so fair enough to wait a moment.
Big bomb right now.
But you could be throwing a
This
couple
is
just
Psycho
to test some
Optical, by the
shields.
way. So, like, Vibration plus Psycho Burst.
Yeah, I've already
He's
levitated
playing
Big
the
Bomb.
same
Why
thing
not?
I am. Yep, he's also got Big Bomb.
It's okay. You ready to go on Shadow? Shadow's coming with
Why
Vibe.
is
Let's go.
everyone playing Big Bomb?
Out of long range? Low, go low.
I don't know. I mean, I enjoy it, but I don't think it's quite,
skill
tournament meta.
Oh, I got a shield.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go real quick with the shield. Reverse. Watch out.
Yep. I play bomb. I know what I'm doing.
I was actually very close. Just running away from them in a straight line might have been a little better.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that actually hit me? What the hell?
There. You eat the splash.
You got to keep running.
Okay.
That or
The
using the
shield.
levitate there to
I
get
gotta
above it
dig a
might have
little
been
bit.
better.
I got rid of vibe.
Zamixi, fine. Or I was gonna say, has the dark hole.
Shadow's
At least takes the
fine.
vibe laser.
That's yellow. That's an aura particle. What the fuck you holding an aura for? You sussy baka.
They've taken some pretty unnecessary early damage.
I'm already at 10 HP.
Sin and Shadow
Alright,
at a
are you
fairly
ready? You
decent
ready?
advantage because of it.
I could be more ready, but I'm as ready as I'm
Shadow
gonna
has
get.
no attacks. Go on Sen.
So Mixie has the hand that she needs to get into the mix. If she wanted a better hand, she should have been digging.
Yeah.
Complaining that they're not quite ready for this.
What's your name to
Take advantage. Shadow's no attacks.
Zanat in the
10 capsules
Mixie.
left. Or 12,
Oh.
12 capsules left.
Okay, now he's got a red.
The Z needs to Digsy.
Oh.
Are you serious?
Big bombs going back and forth. That one's going to connect, though. That one has +4. That's how it hits you.
He's up to 40%.
Okay. Breather, we got this.
Dropping the levitate. Guinan's getting some decent damage with, I believe that's a flame sword up there.
There's a chance there's a Psycho Burst behind me. Like a pretty high chance it's Psycho Burst.
Oh, Zemigzi eats another bomb.
No, that's...
Guinan's going to have to deal with that one on the way in. Oh, he doesn't block.
You had the levitate, so you know what the angles are with the bombs.
What the fuck?
But...
Breather.
You're not playing them.
It doesn't make sense.
Play some spacing.
Eats the splash damage on another bomb.
Okay. Shadow's coming for me.
Sin is just melting people with that big bomb. It's gone now, but boy, was it putting in work.
I tripped him.
Well, Shadow's gonna be...
Come towards me if you can.
Okay.
Gonna have to be careful. Shadow Shield does have the Psycho Burst.
Yeah, Shadow looking to kill.
Manages to stay away from that one.
I'm coming. I found a flash hole for the bomb.
He's trying to punch me.
Also not a place you want to die.
Yep, just walk it.
There we go. Oh, that's a big hit.
Oh, wow.
Probably needed to get down there while he was low on aura. Go now, while he doesn't have aura to hit you.
Where's your body?
Right there.
Gotcha.
There we go. Pick up his maid. Sin is back.
I thought it was levitate. I'm good.
That is not levitate. That is Armros. Guinan now stuck with a difficult pickup here. Sin has been doing a great job with that big bomb. But what's this attack now?
Oh, I haven't seen that. I just saw the reverse.
Just watch out.
So Sen's doing a really good job setting
Oh
up
wow,
Shadow.
well, that was a weird angle.
That reverse gets some great damage onto Guinan.
Okay, we're separating.
Sen's got a sword.
Okay. There's my levitate. Alright. I'm coming towards you, Guinan.
Yep.
Need to see more spam out of Zemigzi here. When they're in range, using more rock shot.
+4.
Oh, he still has a sword.
Oh, walking up next to Sin and then standing still to fire.
Eats the flame sword.
Levitate back up, get on top of that building and throw some damage.
And it's still trying to 2v1. Shadow look probably just still trying to hit a corner.
Throw.
Big bomb coming. He got me.
Yeah,
Yep, that +4 you can't just walk it anymore. +4.
Mm-hmm.
Guinan makes a good pickup. Guinan keeping his cool. There's a nice hit on the Sin from Guinan.
Nice. Trying to ice
Rock
out
shot
Shadow.
doesn't connect. Possibly blocked there.
Shadow's
Couldn't
trying
see.
to get he's got lasers.
Shadow's got the slide laser angle. And jumping into it, not the best way to respond.
I can't see where you
Guinan takes the laser though.
Okay.
You're on the edge of a roof.
Or at least I think he can. He said he had a flash hole earlier.
I'm actually dying on the half-step roof, though, is the worst.
Yep, and then
the worst
hug
place.
left.
Our guy's got to get high
Oh
up.
no,
with
it
the
was
sword.
Fortress and Guard of Water.
You know what?
Oh, he's gonna die here.
The Psycho Burst.
He does. I think you're a little
Inch
behind.
away from my Guard of Water.
God or water got trapped him. Well, I'm as fast as my stream will let me be.
The most like uncanny,
I think West Coast has priority.
ridiculous, absurd big bombs.
You may just need to pause it and restart it occasionally, especially if you see it skip.
The difference of +4 and +2.
Done that many times. I've got live in the upper right-hand corner. There's nowhere to skip to.
And then we were like, well, I have to go just one.
live as I
and
get.
like, okay.
Well, I meant if you pause it and then restart it, it'll reload it. It always thinks you're live on Twitch.
I'm sorry. That's not on you.
I know, but I've been doing
I mean,
that.
it was just when Shadow hit vibration.
I get a commercial when I come back from
was
commercial.
the hard part of that match.
It's back wherever.
Well, it doesn't always go to commercial, but that's the only way to make sure we both stay there is if you have a couple of hiccups, you might have to pause and
Panel,
restart.
Refinery, and Sign. Because we're not playing
Never
Highway.
had any hiccups.
Probably not
So that's a
playing
2-1
Sign,
lead now
but
for
Panel
Shadow
Refinery.
and Sin. 2 great games back to back there.
Do you think?
Guinan and Zemigzi got to
You
decide
really
where they
know
want to
what
go.
it is, if we can beat them on it, because I think we can.
We can probably do Pano.
Okay.
Sounds like they're going to go for Pano
That's fine.
and try and play their build.
Yeah, we only have to win one more, right?
No, we have to win 2 more.
We won Palace.
I think they're
they
gonna.
won
I think they
Lane,
built that forest sanctuary
and-
for these guys, and so I think they're going to
we
try
have
the
them
forest
all.
sanctuary. They fell back on it on game 5 as a crutch since Esper
They won the city,
had been
right?
using so much Psycho Burst as well,
Yeah,
and
so
it worked
it's
out really
2-1-2.
well.
1-2.
Yeah, it's
So we're gonna
Shadow
win
Tech if
Tourney,
I've ever
and then
seen any.
another one of our choice, or of their choice.
And I do like that if you are going to throw some jank, do it in the middle. Try to tilt them for the last game.
Okay. Thank you for supporting me, bro, in the chat.
Let's see how it goes. They're going to go for it. Almost certain that Shadow and Sin would have seen this played last round, so
And
they might
honestly,
be
like,
expecting it
Take a deep breath.
when they
Shadow
choose
and Sin have been,
Pano.
like, working harder than almost any team in this tournament. They are at the peak of their play that I've seen. They're doing really good. Even when they do stuff we expect, they're doing it really well. Like, it is what it is. We're going to try to beat them. It's okay if we don't.
If you were to try and counter this after seeing
okay if
it,
we don't,
and
but
you had,
I would
15
like
minutes
to
to
win
decide
this.
what to do, what would you play into the
and then-
Forest Sanctuary build?
And then when they pick their home
I
territory,
mean, I kind of
what
have a
feel
deck
is
that I
gonna,
already
like,
used
win
for
them
it.
the
It's
match. I want to destroy them
Glacial
on their
Crush.
own choice.
There we go. There's
It's
there's the vibe.
nature,
So,
and so
what's
you've
your
got
priority
Glacial,
mulligans?
Ice
What's the
Sword,
skill you want most?
Flame
want
Sword, just a
my
lot of
Magma.
close aggro,
What's your
decoy,
second most
so
one
you
skill?
can trigger things, and
I
then the
want glacial.
Crush Side and
Yes.
regular Psycho
Okay.
skills.
Third
Psycho
is
Knife,
Orb.
Forces
Keep
of
that in mind
Iron.
as you
I think
mulligan, and dig your first
that
hand.
counters the forest enough. You just got to get through it.
And just remember, Orb doesn't do anything without 2 aura.
Well, let's see if they have an effective enough counter, if they've prepared one,
Yeah,
as
I
we
want to
get underway
destroy
here
them.
shortly, hopefully.
Gosh, we got some hardcore chat here. And all eyes on us.
Anybody
Zanx
paying
is
attention in
watching,
chat?
Bregan's watching.
Who do you think's coming out
Let's
on
make
top
Bregan
here on
proud by using
Pano?
his arsenal twice.
Let's do it.
I think Gaigan and Zem take Pano if they can get their deck off. But we saw some hiccups. We've seen a little bit of tilting. I don't know if they can get it off clean.
Bregan insists that if people figured out this arsenal, it would become the new meta.
Okay.
If this becomes the new meta, I quit the game
Let's go.
again.
I told him something about combining this with something else specifically I was worried would break the game, but I'm not going to elaborate on that because I don't want to break the
Is on
game.
your mulligan. Your first hand.
I already got it.
All right, Forest, Orb, can lay it immediately.
The second one's on my bench. I'm just going.
Just run to a locker and do thy thing.
Is that an Orb too?
Yep, and I got Orb in my hand.
Forest,
Okay, just
that is one of the quickest lays it could have been.
Use cover while we're
At the very least, I think that was Sin there, has a reincarnation.
Shield in the most like theoretical.
So that will keep them in
All right,
the
I have
offense a
Flash
little
Bolt,
bit here.
Angel's Wing, Orb, and I have my second Lunar Force on bench, or not Lunar Force,
Okay.
Forest Sanctuary.
This is a great spot to be in for them.
Shadow Shield is coming. My Rian is here, but I only
Did
have
Shadow
one.
Shield? He switched to a jumper that can jump up there.
He jumped it. He
Wonderful.
jumped up there and got it somehow.
Okay.
He
we
must
gotta
have
put it in
been
a
paying
harder spot
attention.
There are other places they could place it here. Guinan should know those spots,
then.
and they should be
Where's
able to
the
go put it
spot
down.
that's harder? Is it the
Let's talk
the
about it now.
low
The vending machine down low is the one he's
what's the word?
thinking.
Vending machine that's low? You know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
That being said,
I have
though,
Glacial.
I mean, do we know what jumper he is? Do we know that he's not a Meister?
Keep him busy. You put him in the
Zamigzi
vending
needs to
machine
pick
and
up the
I'll break
Rian and
it.
pick up the Enviro and go.
Okay.
Not just
You know what
stare
I'm
at the
talking about, on the
capsules.
couch?
You've got to
Yeah,
go. You need the Rian to break the debris on
Alright,
the
I'm gonna
thing
go
when you
downstairs first,
go
and then
there
out
first.
That way.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm just keeping him busy.
The waffling is going to drive me insane.
Clearly.
Oh, that's the dance frighten. I need it now. I need it down as soon as you can.
Okay, here it comes.
Yeah, but
They don't have a way to break it, and Guinan is
I
dead.
should be able to safely
And he's
pick
going
it
to
up
walk
and
over there and pick it up,
Yes.
and you guys are
Yeah,
going to
that's-
lose this round.
This is going to be a
and I
short
need to
match
really
if
quit,
this is how it's coming out.
Where are you
You
at?
see me?
Somehow he
Inside
got
the
up
room,
there
inside the room. Left. Other
as that character. I didn't
Other
think
way.
that character could make that jump, but
way. You got me. Okay.
Only Meister and Guy could.
He jumped and got it again.
I know. I was trying to break the stuff, and I didn't have time to.
Yeah,
Oh, they're trying to
Zamigzi
break it.
needed to be bringing
I know,
one of
I know
those
what I'm
things
saying.
and dropping the flash hole to do it. And now she is down. Guinan.
I didn't get time to hang it. That's the hard part.
It wasn't Guinan that needed to be hanging it. It was
you got
Zamigzi
it.
needed
Go
to pick up the
keep these
decoy or the
guys,
Rian and
jeez.
just go.
Ah.
Why was
Way too much time spent in base. Way too much time spent in
To
base.
be honest,
I kind of like that those
that
strategies
was in
get
fact
countered, though.
bad information from Bregan.
But
But I
it
don't
was.
hold that against him.
He's calling it
Blame
bad
it, dude.
information for me.
The low one if I would have broke the stuff in time. So if I didn't die. If I didn't die and I broke
Blaming it
those
on me
stuff,
when you sit in the base
It's
for
whatever. It
45
happens.
seconds looking
know
at
what
capsules
is
without
frustrating?
touching anything. You pick it up, you
I
go
have
to the
Dean on the
locker,
bench,
you
and
jump
I
up,
chose to
place
keep
it,
my
break the
Flash Roll
couches.
and my Angel's Wing
You
because
never
I
took
knew
anything
he
over
was-
there to
I
break
knew
the
there was gonna
couches.
be some kind of,
And
like,
that's why you're
well,
not in the
it was, I got
finals.
it.
We're
And
getting
then I
out of
knew
here.
that Shadow
I agree. This is all Bregan's fault, really.
Shadow and Sin make it to the finals.
So no one wins the prize.
And we'll be waiting to see Shadow and Sin versus Xanxus. No, L, there in the chat, Shadow's character usually can't jump up on that locker, but he managed to get up on that top locker. But the bottom one, where they went to go place the second floor sanctuary, all they had to do was just break the couches there, and it's a soft hang. But Zemigzi never picked up any of her Rian or Decoy, which were both on bench, when they went over there to go hang.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree there's been an over-representation of that in here, Nuion. For Shadow and Sin, though, that's literally just what Shadow Shield plays. So that should be expected, but all the rest of them that are playing a lot of it, I don't know why it's so prevalent in the tournament this time, but that's always been Shadow Shield's modus operandi for years now. Literally the only thing he plays.
Yeah, it is kind of weird that just defaulted to the meta, though.
Nope, I gotta play somebody else's ad on stream. That'll go off screen. Okay. Let's see. Shadow was online, and now he's not. No? Okay.
I mean, I don't know if you're listening to Geigen. I agree if that's what took place, but we don't know what took place. I also don't like that people can edit arsenals in the lobby. I heard that was happening too. So,
with that new app of Nuions, you can make arsenal edits in lobby. It's never been illegal to go and make a quick edit in between games.
I think that's one of the reasons why we're looking at how long games were taking.
I think maybe, but also that's been a tournament thing for a while, that sometimes people just, I don't know, they just hold the lobby hostage for a long time before deciding what they're going to do. It happens.
I mean, people are reacting now that they're doing this. We don't know. They could have been talking to people. They could have played with people who they were seeing it. It could have been something that happened 2 weeks ago. I mean, we don't know. So, I get it's suspicious, but
Alright, can we get a ref? They're stalling.
until we know what happened, I mean, it's kind of just not throw people under the bus.
Let's give props out, though. Shadow and Sin played that series very well.
Yeah,
and
they played.
They are in the finals. They put in a ton of work this tournament. And
they were cleaning up.
Really proud of what they've been able to accomplish so far. We haven't seen these two teams face each other. This is first and second seed in the Swiss rounds. Shadow Shield with some great moves with the feet here. Dodges several lasers in a row. That lack in hand Could turn into something dirty here. Gets a nice little rock shot. Sam not respecting the angle it could curve at. Oh, he burns a learning on the rock shot, actually.
Oh, I would have done that.
Well, I got a vacuum wall, so I'll just get rid of it.
I know that most of the time when I'm running an arsenal that has learning, it doesn't feel good to pick up a rock shot.
Definitely try. Most likely block it, but...
So it does feel a bit wasted. It looks like he's running a Tiger Strength twist and slide deck here.
That was good jumping by Shadow, though. Pretty textbook. Looks like he's trying to combo this lag.
Zan is looking for something on Sin. We see a nature aura off of him. Probably following him with some kind of sword.
Flash hole on him.
Flash hole,
I got
though.
this environment now. But we need to destroy the things first.
Ooh, it sounds like they're talking about an environmental setup here. Sin says he has the environment, but they need to destroy the environment.
Yeah, they're talking about
the
why
lack is huge.
Oh, wow. They were, Zamixi and them were talking about why would they bring Levitate. It sounds like they're running their own environments. Maybe that really wasn't innocent. They were just trying to hang their own stuff.
They got it down. Chaos.
Yep.
God, all the chaos.
Chaos on the board.
I will
Very
say
smart
everyone
play.
seems like they're running the exact same
I got
stuff.
no attacks.
This tourney. Everyone's running and hanging chaos and Dance to Death's meta.
It has been a very odd meta for this tournament, and Surreal Sam's arsenal is going to be neutered by this pretty hard. Yeah, you know you want to. Regular attacks, get those out of here. Pick up the dance and the swift blow. We know who you are. Don't pretend you're anything else.
Man, I wish I could just get a
Stimulate now on Sin.
Oh my god.
He's hurting for some attacks, but at least Sam now has the Vibration Blaster here. Once again, that's just the most Shadow Shield thing. Forget this Dazzle. All I need is Dance.
And I could be doing damage with and testing shields on a cartwheeler, but I don't want it.
Alright, now he's got two Swift Blows. One Sin
Thanks.
finally gets like a mid-range attack. This is going to be a real difficult one for him. Psycho Shell does great here at
Definitely has
stopping.
an anti-melee. He's got a flash hole and something else.
Zan now on Stimulate.
So I can just get rid of that, so you don't have to worry about it.
Oh, he's got a Purify.
I have a learning, so I'm just gonna do it. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, we should have comboed that. You could hit Zan.
Alright, I want like them to hit me or something, so I'm gonna purposely try to go up to somebody.
My guess is Zanx is one of those is probably go to water. So.
Well, I can't.
Shadow Shield guessing Guard of Water out of Zanxis here, but Sam is shieldless.
I actually have attacks.
Sin is still just dying for an attack. Purify takes away the Stimulate for him, though. Zan trying to fake out the shield. Ooh.
Good dodge.
Fortress.
Sam's in trouble.
Ooh, Shadow ate both of those. I thought he would block.
Yeah.
What's your attack? Or do you have anything?
I have to go. I gotta go grab one.
Did we even see what Sin's attack was? He had one and then it was immediately gone.
We lose on highway. Sounds like a
All I saw was the Willow.
Oh, Sam?
Is that a key cannon or?
This is Sam and Zanxis' best tactic right now, is to just block those staircases, but they did let Shadow up. Another Stimulate onto Sin.
Willow coming.
Oh, I don't know why he kept firing into him when he knows that he had the flash hole.
They needed to be at Sam just to stagger Sam.
Yeah.
Originally, you shot Zanxis to see if you could trigger a Guard of Water. But
Oh, he catches Sam. Sam thought he was out of range, and he was not.
Oh, the lag. This lag.
Zanxis does get the pickup. Oh, there's lag.
Oh, so much.
Into the fortress. Another bench for Shadow Shield contains another Dance to Death, so he should be able to get back into the fight fairly quickly here.
Sam might not have any more shields.
Oh my goodness.
Smart call there, picking up the aura. Just let your
Like
arsenal
Sam,
pop a few more
little
things
bad
out.
again.
But shieldless for both Sam and Xanxus now.
Oh,
Oh.
my bad.
Oh, not
Sin's
good
got to
communication.
be.
Let me just go on Sam.
Yeah, he's got to
Yeah,
be.
they've
setting
had
him
such
up.
good synergy the whole time. But this, like, you know what your partner has. I know there's no mystery. Everyone in there who's ever heard of Phantom Dust knows what your partner has. You gotta let him hit it.
Sin has gone back through his capsules again.
I mean, he's clearly focusing Sam. He wants to make Xanxus get the pickup.
I just need to, like some setup because they're
Oh, boost mine almost worked against him.
You're behind then.
This guy, I know what he's doing.
Just refreshed.
Oh, Zan takes the 14. Now can they close it off on Sam?
Oh, I didn't have enough.
Oh, dude. Oh, I can't.
Oh,
Ow.
Sam does cartwheel it. He makes the pickup.
Yep.
That was so close. They forced the cartwheel with the flame sword, but Shadow just didn't have enough aura to follow up there. Oh, he lands that one, but it's right at Zan's feet, so that's a quick pickup. Sam is now one-shottable by the flame sword, and they're going to reset behind the tree, which is a smart move here.
See what this other attack is. I'm pretty sure it's my Arc of Fires finally.
Now with a medium range attack, Sin should be able to get some more support here. They've got to watch out for that Xanxus shield again.
Flash hole, broke it.
Oh my goodness, he just keeps firing blindly into these.
Flame sword, still there.
He wasn't even in range to follow up on it with the Dance of Death yet, and he throws that Arc of Fire blindly into the flash hole once again, but he's hitting flame swords left and right.
I was gonna say I don't. He just
Okay,
closed out the game
all right.
by himself. I think you got to give it to Sin that time. You
Give
gotta let
it
him
up
have
to Sin, despite making a pretty bad move there with the ranged attacks. He just
You're
goes
upset.
back and forth with that flame sword and closes out the game.
Physically upset. How dare he do this?
I take that as a victory. I'll
Oh
disqualify
man,
us.
but yeah, they were communicating, but they brought the aggro. They just smashed all the defenses that were getting in their way. I mean, just a brute force win.
Well,
Good
there we
enough.
go. That is the tournament favorite starting the finals down a game. We have not often seen them get to choose a map in these various series. We'll have to see where they choose to go. Last time when they lost on Panorama, where did they go after? Was it City?
We know that I'm going to be bringing in. We should be going reincarnation because they're going to bring memory lapse.
I do think that memory lapse is definitely a possibility.
Yeah, they're definitely worried about a hang now out of Xanxus. They played a hang on them, and Xanxus and Sam have favored a lot of hang and jank so far, so worrying about that is a very good call.
Oh, that's calling you out. Yeah, he threw that bullet because he only needed flame sword. Yeah, it was calculated, but it was still a bad calculation because making him block with a flash hole, even if you're going to lose your Arc of Fire, is an automatic Dance of Death hit if timed appropriately.
Well, part of it
So
wasn't
even if
just
he
that
knows
Arc
he's
of
going to
Fire.
lose
It was all of the other ones before it. He did it with the Dragon Bullet. He
But I was
blindly
going to say,
fired
even if
into
he
it.
purposely calculates losing it, there is a better time to lose it.
And there was
It's-
2 Arc of Fires in there. He lost the other one when he didn't even have a stimulate on to a flash hole that he didn't break, which he then threw the Dragon Bullet into it blindly whenever Shadow was nowhere near to follow up with it either.
Well, I'm assuming Decembero bread is Chikram. Oh no backing out now.
That's L.
Calculated move. It was bad. It was a mistake.
It's L.
It's L.
Orb.
Get out of here. Why is everybody named with bread?
I have Psycho. I think I have Psycho. I can take a Levitate.
Get out of town.
All right, they are going for Highway. I think they're going to go for the memory lapse here.
How am I supposed to know that every bread-based person isn't Chikram?
Can't wait for us to do
Like,
all this.
when in doubt, bread equals Chikram is pretty. It's all over the Discord.
I frankly have to agree with that one. If your name includes bread in it, it's just too bad. You're also Chikram. You're just a Chikram, L. That's all you are.
If they go vibe, that's
Yep.
That's what you're reduced to, is just a chicker malt.
Oh, true. You're
So
right.
you said don't
We
go
win
calling
either
me? Do you
way,
mean
so we
do
win either
go
way.
calling me?
Alright, I'm
Way to
Oh,
rise
no.
to the occasion.
So my orb on deck.
Changing his Twitch, or changing their Twitch ID.
So if
Oh, golly.
Yeah.
Alright,
I'm
touche.
gonna leave my thing
That's
on bench.
commitment.
All right,
I
speed
appreciate-
ups, turbulence. Looks
Oh,
like
they
they're
got
sticking
the
with the
Jake.
game plan and just hoping to rely on turbulence here. I don't know if that's the right call.
I don't
Well, they've
think
got
it is.
levitate. That's actually a pretty interesting call. No, why didn't you use the speed up first?
They may be doing friendship as well. Oh.
We do see lasers out of Sam.
that doesn't seem like.
Well, the levitate's pretty good here. Instead of trying to crush the enviro, you can just jump up and pick it up.
I am.
I mean, you can say what you will about Shadow and them, and oh, they studied this or they watched that. I mean, they're bringing levitate. I mean,
Yes, dark hole.
they're countering all the hanging meta. I think on everyone. I don't think people were targeted. The more I see.
Sin is
yeah,
taking
yeah.
quite a
I'm
bit
gonna
of
go
chip
for the
damage
tower.
here between Xanxus and Sam.
Shadow's digging real slow,
Oh,
and,
there's a lack as well.
and that laser's doing work.
And that shield breaker was nowhere near doing anything either.
No. Sin's in trouble.
He's got no health and no skills. I think that they just mind gamed into it. They made them sweat about jank, and they're just here playing up close with a slide laser, and that's the other main way to play highway, and they are just demolishing them with it.
No, I would probably just die. I'm not sure what I should. I'm just gonna try. Fuck it.
Yeah, you gotta do something. I got rock shot.
I'm dead. Nope. Yeah.
Sin is already down and 6 health for Shadow. I think this one is just about in the bag already.
Yep.
Just unable. He's down to 14 capsules and has not hit 7 aura.
Sin's getting destroyed. The laser's doing work from Sam.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
That was
Just an absolute demolishing and a pretty rough start.
Usually do when it's highway.
So we've seen the good
Just bring those
synergy,
stuff
we've
out.
seen a lot of
I'll
tenacity
see
and
you
grit.
one.
That game, we saw them like, nope,
If
we
you know,
lost,
if we
and they
bring
just
the
kind of
fan,
gave
I
up and
expect
leaned into
Proto
it.
Water and jumpers, Xanxus, so.
Not the best.
Zanx is in there asserting dominance. Basically just walked into their living room and did the classic, dog squat and shuffle across the carpet.
No, I'm not even giving that one to Xanxus. I think if we went and did the damage back,
Well, no,
Sam's
a lot of the damage was Sam, but just sitting back with the twist and slide and Tiger Strength, that'll get a lot of the damage in that. But Xanxus finessed them really badly up close as well. That lack onto Sin was massive, and he was hitting a lot of Rians too. That was
I think
rough.
their greatest sin was lack of versatility in the plan.
Everything they were doing.
Oh, gee, if only you could talk and pronounce things. Man, words, you should use them.
Words are hard. You should think I
There's a
use them
callback for you.
Numbers are hard, words are hard. Guys, life is just...
Xanxus.
It's like a box of chocolates, but the chocolates are occasionally poisoned. It's just dangerous.
That reminds me of the razor cake analogy.
Actually, no, I'm gonna do burst mix.
Which one's that?
It's one that they use. I know they've used it a lot for League of Legends stuff. I think it gets thrown around here and there for other sports and esports as well. But it's like a team or a player that looks really good, and they just have like all the signs that you're like, it's going to be great. They're going to do all these great things, and then they get into the tournament and they just flop. And it turns out this delicious looking cake that you were so excited to enjoy and be a fan of and root for that as soon as you bite into it, it was actually filled with razors. Razor cake.
Oh, so that's me as a person as a razor cake.
Basically.
Thanks. I think I can cut it. Really, the razors are just a call back to our shaving conversation.
All right, if we're in finals and we're waiting right now, what team would be your razor cake? Who's been your razor cake?
I was about to go in game chat.
Geigen and Zamixi. They didn't have it. Say what you will about everything that showed up, but I didn't see synergy. I didn't see plans. The wins they did have, I mean, one of them was a cheeky win on Panorama, which is popping Zach.
Oh, everybody's at like 2 aura, but Xanxus seems comfortable and is throwing friendships at Sam with a lot of yellows as well. Going to be interested to see what they're running here, but we have double high up spawns for Shadow and Sin once again, just like they did against Guinan and Zamixi.
Ground laser might
Boost mine for Sam, but he doesn't share it with Xanxus, which is interesting to see. Oh, Xanxus has an environmental. Here it goes. Is this the memory lapse?
Xanxus might be afraid of the Psycho Burst.
Memory lapse comes out. Friendships onto Sam. We know where this is headed. The Nathan and Wolf special. He's already got Orb or Amulet to go with it, too.
This is why environments, I think, are currently broken.
Yeah, let me just dig. Yeah, you're right.
Well, that is incredibly distressing for Sin and Shadow here.
Yeah, if they don't have Rand, it's like game over, basically.
Maybe they've got a jump or a levitate like they tried to bring on Highway.
The other issue is
he can learn a Rand if one is thrown at him. Sign of Saints looks like the play, though.
Is that Sign of Saints out of Sam?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of including that in those kind of decks. I think it's just Rand. You just use Rand. Oh, it's Giga Ruin, though. That's honestly pretty amusing.
Yeah, Purify now, actually.
Okay.
Just get behind the box.
So they're going to try and purify the stats. We know Zan's going to be fine, though.
Sam off it.
He's got full-on Orb, not just Amulet. We saw him go down by 2 aura whenever that hit.
Can't brute force it anyway. Is it gettable in a place you can get from the lift, or no?
I don't think you can get that high from the lift, no. Somebody's got to have levitate.
Yeah, we gotta dig a little.
I mean, Shadow, I don't know why Shadow hasn't picked up his learning yet.
I got it.
Got it. Okay. Start right it over.
He could learn the Rand.
All right, there's a yellow. They were talking about how he's got it. He's got it. I'm going to guess it is a levitate.
Oh, Xanxus.
Yeah, it seems like they've just been packing a bunch.
That's a good hit right there. I don't think he can get up there from there. He's actually trapped himself.
You have to take the other.
Yeah, that's actually pretty bad.
I gotta take the lower one, yeah.
Shadow just trying to provide him cover to go get it.
Again, why didn't Shadow pick up the learning? He would have Rand by now.
Oh, did he have a learning on bench?
Yeah. It's driving me nuts.
All right, I think he's got it.
Yeah.
Cost
No?
Shadow.
Oh, he did. He got the environmental.
Got it.
But now he's got to make the pickup.
Now you've got to. Now you just need miracles.
They broke the fortress with the Giga Ruin.
Oh wow! And then he eats the obligatory debris.
Damn.
That's just unfortunate.
I don't know why he went off.
Oh, that's rough. Well played and executed by Xanxus
Take him to Pano.
and Surreal Sam there.
I mean, if it's gonna, the finals are gonna be even more jank probably from what we've seen.
Well, we get another choice out of Sin and Shadow where they want to go.
For at least trying to make like Sam did actually do something this entire tournament. We'll give him that.
I don't know, Chikram Jr. How do you think that went?
Yep.
I would like to hear the opinion out of Chikram Jr.
Transformation.
I think you could call him, call them maybe like Chikram's JV.
Two thoughts on that.
Chikram's JV.
We could do just a regular Frightened Dance. I do have another deck that I don't typically use, where it has both
Chikram to scale.
5 melee attack.
Chikram to scale?
So that if we were worried about,
That's a new one.
Yeah.
or I could just run the regular dance.
Yeah, see, I'm with Chikram on this. Like, these could have been very nice, fun battle games, and now we're just seeing Jank Fest.
But in fairness, they did lay Chaos, and I thought the Chaos was a masterful play. But the Lapse, I wasn't... I don't know, I felt like the Lapse was...
2 reincarnations and a Willow.
And you have Levitate in there?
I'm trying to think how to say it. Like,
Check out the Armos.
it didn't feel as good. It felt like their their percent chance of winning would have been just as much playing standard as it was running Lapse
I
there.
gotta
So it
cry.
does feel
I
a little
gotta
bad that they played Lapse.
But Zan is defending himself here, that they hung on us first and I need to work.
Let me, I have Psycho, I'll put it in.
Well, yeah, if you need to work, then get your Flame Sword and get to work, my man.
He's got you there.
That's how you end games. Memory Lapse tends to draw them out.
I mean, I would agree that Bregan sort of has a point.
Oh, no.
That was good. I thought that was golden.
No, that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it.
I want them to line up and just joust with Psycho Burst. That's what I want
They're
to see.
falling back on Pano. You know, we did see Xanxus and Sam also run a Frightened Dance here. Xanxus was on Frightened.
I mean, I think Frightened Dance all the way around. Meta of the tourney.
Yeah, that has been a strange overrepresentation of the two skills here, but I guess a lot of teams felt like that, you know, have the newbie run Frightened. But at least, you know, give credit to that. Xanxus is the one running the Frightened when they did that. I'm interested to see what Enviro they put down here. I suspect it's going to be... Oh, did he just overwrite a dance? Shadow.
Oh yeah, Guard of Water. This fucker.
Nice. Good job.
Sam had a Guard of Water.
Yep.
And he got Armoros watched.
Oh,
Purify.
But he's purifying himself.
Let me know when he gets rid of that. Who was that, Sam?
Oh, they got to be careful. I don't know how he overwrote
I
that
got
dance.
Okay, I'm gonna go on Sam.
I think he did it purposely.
I got Friday on bench. So.
But why?
Alright, go.
I mean, he wants to get a quick start on his stuff, but...
There's the first Frightened Dance right there.
Oh, he knew. Oh, he still takes fall damage though.
Yeah. Can't fall again.
All right, they get that one for free. Xanxus does make the pickup. He's playing the jumper. Manual the Frightened. Oh, he did it with the jump. Oh, I can't believe he still jumped that. I thought that sword cancel there was going to absolutely land that follow-up dance when we saw Xanxus jump it.
I'm gonna try to get
Yeah, got me refreshing there. I missed out. So you hear the ricochet.
Ricochet out of Sam.
Let me just go grab my... I got another Friday, but I'm gonna wait until I get my thing.
So the Turbulence did take away the Frightened in the meantime. We saw the Turbulence go off.
Yeah, I'm gonna chill on the Friday.
That slows him down. I mean, doesn't look like Shadow wants to push too hard.
Yeah,
But
don't
the
need to
Rico,
take any
he's-
unnecessary damage.
So he
Xanxus
doesn't have Guard of Water.
It's a flash hole.
wishing he was a cartwheeler for a moment there, I'm sure. Oh,
Great
that
hit.
one hits as well.
We need to.
Sam on his second revive now.
Can you frighten or no?
Oh,
I got
catches a
Friday, but I
boosting.
don't-
Oh,
Still
Xanxus
I don't have an amulet.
does that
I
right in
can
front of
rescue, but I
Shadow,
have
and that was
3,
so
I have
close to
3
disaster.
Can't
But he has
believe he got away
the
with it.
stimulate on now.
Alright.
Jumps into the Frighten. I think that's why he's a jumper.
Yeah.
Knew this was coming.
Well, I think
Shadow
he
now
plays
gets
jumper
chip
on
damage.
Panorama a lot, actually. I think he's starting to prefer it here.
We're gonna stay on Sam.
But they should have manualed the first one. Honestly, that first Frighten should have been a manual onto Xanxus.
Yeah, I know.
Sam goes
Oh,
down
debris?
again.
Sam goes down again. But Xanxus is on these pickups.
Are we on Sam?
I could probably.
Good chip combo.
Oh, they're getting a lot of damage onto Shadow.
Just go on Zanx and somebody just hit Sam.
Oh. Sin and Shadow got to do a reset here.
Yeah,
They're real close.
Okay,
This could easily go the other way. One
Sam
bad
is
ricochet.
down again. Manual it, please. Yes!
Got him.
He did it!
Wow.
They did it! 2-2.
Wow.
We're going to Game 5 in the finals. Shadow and Sin, the first team to get to match point against Xanxus and Sam in the tournament.
What do you think they're gonna bring us to? Sign?
Game 5. Here we go. The money is on the line. Whose pockets will be heavier?
Actually, if they take us to lane,
We'll find out
I
here in the next 10 minutes. Where are they going to take them? Where do you take them, Choices?
I would pick a level with high
I'm debating if I
variance
should just bring the Palace
because
deck. It's a little
I think
bit
it's been
troll, but at the
helpful.
same time, matchups in there.
I'd want to say Sign.
We'll see though.
Sign, but Shadow has got to have his partner bring the Rians, the Faiths, the Crush.
Well, remember Xanxus and Sam picking. As Xanxus and Sam, you pick Sign?
No, that's where I would take them as Shadow and Sin. As Xanxus, I'm going picking Lane.
It depends on what
Lane? I think it's Lane or Refinery for sure.
Here. I got a couple of spots to hate.
And do you think they play more jank? Or do you think they play Game 5 straight?
I think they play it straight and they mime like they're going to do jank, but I don't think he needs it. And I think that he knows they're already going to prepare for it. So I think the play is to just play straight up and hope that waste half their deck planning for jank that's not coming.
All right, let's see where we're headed.
There's a spot near middle, and depending on if we get the bad jump pads, I can hang it on other stuff.
Okay, sounds like we're headed to Refinery, and they're planning some kind of hang of their own.
Yeah, I got a bunch of hang spots if we
I
get
don't
them
know. I
lucky.
think they've
Well, yeah,
overthought
if
the
we don't
jank
get them
before, and
lucky.
it's
If we
gotten them
get
into
no
trouble.
jump pads, then it's
They played the Chaos on Palace, and it played really well.
That's true, but on Highway it got him killed.
Wait. He said,
Well,
Sam,
they
he's
tried to
Sam,
play
he's
anti-jank on Highway.
Oh shit.
we're on
Well,
lane. Okay, never mind. All right. So what was it that you wanted?
Looks like it's actually Lane.
let me think. I can do lock on again, and I can just remove the 3 heats and just put in levitate.
Probably don't need 3 levitates.
So maybe they're still thinking about it. It sounds like they were talking about a Chaos hang there. They're still thinking about playing it here on Lane.
Yeah, I would say let me put in an extra levitate. And I'll put in stimulate in the spot of it. What the fuck is it?
You see turbo, melee, burst, mix, burst. Dance, faith dance, regular dance.
I would be so much happier if his arsenals were just like Dance 1, Dance 2, Burst 1, Burst 3, Burst 4, Burst 5, you know?
See, I want the other way. I want them all to be like Macarena, the Charleston.
Burst Key.
Accurate.
I want them to be
Burst
Dance
Optical.
Dance, Salsa, La Bamba.
Burst Optical 2.
What are the other dances?
Hopefully they don't jank us.
I want to
Jesus.
see.
I didn't even catch that you were naming different
I'm
dances.
expecting the jinx, so.
I want to see what Shadow, watch him whip and watch him nay nay.
The Floss.
Okay, none of those dances. Let's go old
Wait, are we
school.
gatekeeping dances now?
Yes.
Are we saying that Cotton Eye Joe isn't worse than the Floss?
I'm pretty sure that's come back and is now like one of the meta ones that, yeah, it is worse.
Wait, did you just call that a meta dance?
I got unlucky with the
Cotton Eye
stimulate.
Joe came back ironically, so therefore it sucks
that
again.
was Sam. You scared me.
No, sorry. I was just trying to test Zan's shield, but
All right, so it looks like they're playing it somewhat straight, at least so far.
If you want to, I can just go up to Sam.
We might still see Chaos out of Sin.
Zan is coming to.
Yeah, I mean, typical Tiger out of Zan. All you need is some
Shadow
Tiger
trying to get
Fang.
some laser angles here to support Sin.
I think it's interesting though that Sin's like been the frontliner. I don't know if I would, switch that up.
There you go. Finally getting an angle onto Sam. He's been struggling to find the right angle. A little bit more.
Nice.
Sin is over there flirting and then digging slowly.
Sam's boosting. He's running his own vibe.
He's going to go ahead and drop the laser. That could be problematic, though.
Careful, Zan's coming.
I'm gonna get hit by that. Oh.
I don't have a shield. I can't.
Got to be careful. Sin is caught in the open right now. Oh, jeez. Why are you running this with anything less than a Psycho Shell? Why would you have Laser Shell?
I'm up away.
Yeah, there it goes. Shadow's in trouble.
A Psycho Shell here instead of a Racer and Laser Shell, and they're in a much better position.
Really? Why did I not go? I was red. Oh.
I'm gonna try to hit Sam. Is that Sam with the flame sword?
That was me.
You got to be careful of the Xanxus here with that Tiger Strength Rian.
Sam's got laser. I'm going after him.
Yeah.
Got to watch that reincarnation in the back. He does manage to get underneath that laser.
Good call of Shadow, though. He can't let the Vibe Laser guy get the angle. You're going to be in trouble if you do.
Oh, Xanxus getting those there with the reincarnation.
No answer for the Rants.
Guard on Zan.
Yep. I just probably need to dig a bit.
He's at 11 capsules remaining with nothing really worthwhile on bench. And both of his shields have been paltry, to be honest.
This was,
I think there's some build issues here that are causing them issues. We see Stimulate onto Sin. I don't know if this is that same Stimulate Chaos arsenal, but we have not yet seen a Chaos from him. If that's what they're going for, then he really needs to get it and dig for it.
Alright, I'm gonna go on Sam.
Oh, that's gonna
There's
hurt
a
me.
big rock shot. Oh, that was...
Pointless Ran.
Yeah, you knew he had the angle there. Great hits from Sin.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sen's doing work, but again, they're both way too low in health. I think Zan's doing a good job of alternating when he's hitting. They're keeping them low together, so they can't just get an easy refresh.
Oh!
How? Come on, game.
Watch the Rian in the back. Yep.
Oh my god.
You're gonna have to reset.
You gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Alright, they're going for the revives. That's the smart play.
Oh god damn it. I mashed.
What? Where are you?
I told you I accidentally mashed too fast. It's my bad.
No worries. Alright, I got
Still not one of these shields has been Psycho Shell. What is this madman doing?
That's gonna hit me. Fuck. I should not be there.
Alright.
Let me go behind you. I just need to be right.
Reverse it. Willow is hard for Zan to dodge.
I'm dead. Oh no.
That's the first Psycho Burst he's thrown, and I don't know if that was when I wanted to throw it.
Now they're in trouble.
They need to reset again, probably.
Let's come up here, around the corner.
Oh, that's just tragedy. Another
just
big
like
6 damage rock shot from Sin, though. Sin is really keeping them in the game. Oh, at least he... Oh, no, he didn't fall.
Oh, no.
He didn't
That's
fall.
the worst place for him to die in the half hung. Nope, Sin's got to go all the way up. Oh,
They're resetting. They're resetting.
they're in trouble.
Oh, they took the time to reset, so they do get it for free.
See, I disagree with that timing for the reset.
Oh, why did I
think you could have closed it out.
Down there. My bad.
Where?
Where
Yeah,
Sam's
you can get there before Zan gets back, though.
No! Jumping down there in the open, right in the line of fire.
So didn't need to because he was behind him. He just didn't know where Sin was.
That is the 3-2 victory. Tournament favorites, Xanxus and Sam pull it out in the end. An absolute tragic way to lose there, just jumping down in the middle of the open against the Blaster and the Reincarnation. Unfortunately, not able to make the aggressive decisions that they needed to, but Xanxus and Sam with solid play pull it out in the end.
The sins of the shadow cause him to lose.
Congratulations to our tournament winners.
Really good play out of everyone. Good games. Thank you, everyone, for sticking with it despite the lag and the connection issues. I just think everybody had a great attitude and really stuck through for a really good tournament for all of us to watch.
Yes, we appreciate everyone's permission. I know Xanxus is short on time, but maybe we'll see if they can hop in here for just a brief interview. Actually, let's see if we can get into the Team 4 chat real quick. We'll pop in there with them.
Hello.
Congratulations, guys.
Yeah, thanks. I forgot to record that entire last match, so you only get it from Xanxus and whoever else was streaming in the other team's perspective.
Well, we watched that one from Shadow Shield's perspective on live, but we could always have that as a separate upload, to see the other version of it. I'm still live, by the way. We came in here. Choices should be joining me here in just a moment.
Yep, there's some poor choices right there.
So, just give me your reactions. What's your initial gut reactions, and how do you feel about that series?
It got kind of nervy towards the end for me. I knew that Pano was their pocket pick, and it just didn't pan out for me. So,
Choices, you've got competition.
This moment is so surreal.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Thank you.
Yeah. I also could have said I was going to say the Sam thing, but different. I was throwing around. No.
Well,
no? Okay.
Zan wins again, right? It's kind of a walk down memory lane.
No, you carried that round hard.
Yeah.
You were putting in work that round.
Yeah, you played really well. You did a lot on a lot of those maps. I thought they had a really good game on Palace, and then they clutched it there on Panorama. But boy, they had
was clutch. I knew what he was gonna do. They were gonna manual it eventually, but I reactively jumped because Sam called it out.
I mean, it's a jump scare,
Yeah, exactly. But I knew what they were gonna do, and I was like, "Fuck, I fucked up." Like you only need to mess up once.
Yeah,
I mean that's Shadow Shield. We all know what he's doing, but he does it so perfectly that.
That's why I put them as the team that was most likely to take us down, because the other teams, I think we could kind of expect, except for Triple's going to run some janky stuff, right? But the other teams, they're going to run pretty standard stuff, but Shadow can always just silver bullet you and just get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they fucked us in Palace. That was a royal fuck. Like they countered hard.
And I overwrote my my vibration blaster on accident fighting in my base, so I literally was just a pickup bot in that first game.
Yeah, that chaos play on Palace was really good out of them. I thought that was really well executed. And then they were worried about the jank on Highway, and they came with a lot of counter jank, and you just came with a standard get in their face while Sam sits on the lasers, and oh my goodness, you dismantled them on Highway.
No, I know. We were planning on it. We were trying to do a mix of like jank and like normal standard stuff, so we flipped it on that round. I'm like, we just want to play standard stuff. I'm gonna go at them immediately, and Sam just did with the lasers. So that I
think just about everybody was reading a memory lapse there from you on Highway. I think everybody was thinking it.
Sam was like, "Should we play memory lapse?" And I was like, "No, let's stick to standard stuff." Here.
I thought that was a pretty awesome big brain play there to basically bait everybody into thinking it was a memory lapse.
Of judgment.
And then playing it standard and straight there just really trucked them over.
I also think that we got lucky that that Shadow was our opponent that round, because he got that really good up top spot that's really good to spam lasers from, and I don't think he was running lasers, and I was in the exposed Highway spawn. So if he had been running, a vibration deck, I think I would have been screwed. But because he wasn't, I was able to just pepper them the entire time while Xanxus got in there.
He did actually have some twist, I thought.
I think he carries one twist or slide.
Yeah, I think he did have lasers. He just burned through them and decided not to play them.
Well, and then after that, you guys go to City, and that's when you finally broke out the memory lapse. What was the difference there that made you decide to bring it there after deciding not to take it on Highway?
I think it's easier to hang on City. Like it's less likely for me to get hit on in that area. Like I feel like whenever I played it, I played Nathan and Wolf. They usually run it on City.
Yep,
And
that's exactly why I suggested it too. Is because I have a very strong. I have like a core memory of them doing that to me when I fought. When the one time I wasn't playing Rian too, and I just sat there impotently.
Yeah, I think,
Oh my
I think
goodness, a
Bregan even
core
called that
memory?
out. This was
no.
a very Wolf.
Yeah,
Nathan and
It
Wolf.
was like
deck.
when I was brand new. It was like the first time that Zan and I had duoed together, and we were playing against Nathan and Wolf, and they hung memory lapse on me, and I was like, "Well, I'll be around to pick you up if you need me." And now I've been packing learning or whatever it is, the key defense, so I can at least grab a Rian if I do get memory lapsed.
Yeah, Shadow had one. Didn't play it.
Ah.
It drove me nuts.
Well, the recycled evolution pillar meme did not come true today. Do you have anything you'd like to say, just as winners? Anything you'd like to say to the rest of the entrants?
No.
Well,
Sam,
good games.
yeah, Sam was a great partner overall. So can't
I
really
definitely
give any more kudos to him.
crapped the bed on a couple matches, but that's all right.
Are you both going to be in the upcoming draft tournament?
Yeah, I will be.
I will be as well. I already signed up for it with Murder. One thing I have to say though is, as soon as this is done, I am going on a 2-week road trip, so I won't be available the first week of the draft.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'll be like, I'll have a computer with Discord, but I won't have a computer that can play Phantom Dust.
Good question that comes from our chat. Do you have anything in mind that you're gonna splurge the $200 that you each get on?
It's gonna be gas money for the road trip, I guess.
Gas money? Where are you going?
I'm going up to a place in Northern California no one's ever heard of, and then Portland and Seattle, and then back down. I live in the Bay Area.
Okay,
California.
I'm up in Portland. If you have a free minute, come say hi.
Shit.
Oh, shit, nice.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
don't
be
know what your
staying
schedule
primarily
is
in
and what
Portland.
you're doing. So, but if you got stuff you're already doing, no worries. But if you're
I'll be in
bored in
Portland for
Portland,
about a
hit me
week.
up.
Yeah. I used to live in Portland for years, so I'm up there seeing lots of people.
I'm just in
I
the
can make a
suburbs, right between Beaverton and Hillsboro.
Oh yeah. I used to go over Beaverton all the time, and then I lived in the Pearl District, Lake Oswego, and Tigard.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know Lake Oswego and Tigard, and I'm familiar with what the Pearl District is, but I couldn't point to where it is on a map.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool, very cool. Maybe we'll have to say hi and get some dinner or
It's
something.
inside the Clam District.
It would definitely be my treat since you're up here visiting.
Oh, awesome. Get $200 and a free meal.
There you go. Xanxus, any money plans for you that you're going to play the $200 on?
No idea. To be honest, I didn't really plan for it. I just wanted to join a tourney to play games.
I will say Xanxus is like deathly ill right now. He's like dying.
I am.
want everyone to be aware. Yeah.
I had the flu, cold sweats, and all that. If you see the title of the stream, I put it in sick. I was playing the entire game sick.
Oh
so.
no, I'm so sorry.
We've been
to hear
joking
that.
all week that he's gonna call out of work sick, and then now he's actually sick.
Oh god.
Oh my goodness.
It worked out.
Have you gone to get tested for COVID, or it?
Yeah, I did. It's not that. It's just
Well,
just
that's
a cold.
good at least. But I mean, it's not fun, I'm sure. But at least it's not the big X factor that COVID is.
No, not at all. I couldn't miss the tourney either, even sick. So.
Hey, Bregan, do you know Ramen Ryoma in Beaverton? It's next to a Wajimaya. That's where we should go.
Oh, you mean a restaurant?
Yeah.
Ramen Ryoma?
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with that one.
Okay.
But there's lots of good places we could talk about. There's
cool.
Hot pot places. There's Korean barbecue. There's we always like to go to the food trucks. There's one in Beaverton.
Oh, yeah. That's Portland Classic.
Yeah, Beaverton has one, and it's actually pretty big. It's got like 25 trucks.
Oh, nice.
All right, Zan, we can go outside the country. I can get you some squirrel. come over here.
I thought, somebody from Florida, the only thing that you could, get them is basically too much rainfall.
I was gonna say gator.
I have had gator.
Well, I came up with much worse ones, and then I decided to avoid those ones, and so I was running out of options, and I
You were gonna say fentanyl. You were gonna take this to a dark place, so I'm gonna take it there first. And with that, we've had a wonderful tournament.
All right, well,
this was an interesting tournament, and I would say that is there gonna still be the distinction between vet and not vet at this point? Because I think maybe like Sindark and some of the other people they're kind of just crossing over to the realm of a normal player at this point.
They are. Yeah.
Well, I think that it's going to be less of like a distinction of skill and more just a distinction of like these are people that have been around for a long time, and maybe we'll change the name of it so it sounds less like they're above you and just more like they're.
Elitist.
Yeah,
Up and
make it sound a
coming
little
or
less
something. Yeah.
elitist. Just make it like put them like OG players or something like
Yeah.
that, or just old farties. I don't know.
It's the
Okay.
fogies and the whippersnappers.
Ah, nice.
There you go. But yeah, I don't think that needs to be a big distinction. When it comes to future tournaments, I think we're just going to be doing open signups in the future. But I thought this was a good way to just get some of the new players, especially the ones that had the most potential, would get some of the good veterans and get one-on-one training for a few weeks and just have some good parity, because there was good parity, good games. We saw a lot of close series, and I think this did a lot of, because if we look at it and you get, say, what did you get, 4 weeks with Xanxus then?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I intend to continue like brewing decks and playing with him if
Yeah,
he's down.
absolutely. That's not going to change at all. We're still going to continue playing and crafting arsenals and testing all that stuff.
But yeah, getting that 4 weeks of like one-on-one time with him, and I'm sure others have similar experiences with the veterans they played with, really I think helps catapult you guys ahead where you would have been able to reach on your own without a little bit of help.
Absolutely.
So I think after this, the open signups will be a lot of fun, and I'm really excited to see what kind of teams we'll see in the future, and if some of you can continue to distinguish yourselves and break into those upper ranks.
Wait. Fat Nerd thinks he's already better than the vets. I just want that on the pod.
Should we have a Fat
Snowrise
Nerd
doesn't
versus
count.
Choices 1v1 right now?
Yes.
Oh, fine, Nazai.
Fat Nerd, I'm horrible. Let's play for money.
We have not been live long enough. Fat Nerd versus Choices, and I demand it.
Exhibition match.
Exhibition match. I'll
At
cast
least do
it
me,
while we're
at least
all
do
in
me
the
that.
call.
Yeah, at least do me that. I have to go off the call, but I'll be here spiritually watching. So.
Okay. Well, we appreciate your participation and everything you do, Xanxus. You're a legend.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your win.
Thank you, guys.
All right.
Good job.
GG's.
Also,
Fat
Bregan
Nerd, are you going to back out of this, or are you coming? Are we
he's
doing
using,
this?
like, memes and stuff. Translate your chat for me. What does this mean?
It means he's being a little sussy. Come on, Fat Nerd. Get in the channel. You're 1v1ing Choices. You were challenged. The gauntlet was thrown. Come on now.
Oh, I had one more quick question. So you guys like PayPal us or what? Like, how does this work?
Algol Mantis has the money from Ito, and he mostly just uses PayPal, but you can talk to him directly if you need it via another method, and we'll see if we can make sure that happens. But otherwise, yeah, it should just be through PayPal, through Algol. I know he wasn't around during the day today, but he should be around this evening.
Cool. I'll just send him my info. Thanks.
Yeah, I would just DM him. Make sure you let me know when you get it as well, just so that we have confirmation.
Got it. Will do.
You hosting a battle royale, Bregan?
Whoops, I gotta remember the profile that has the suicide arsenal on it.
Good evening.
There you are. Step on up. You call the man out, you gotta fight the man.
Okay, let's go.
I will say, completely open, that if you do beat Choices, it will be my favorite moment in Phantom Dust, so please, give it your best.
Playing in weeks. I'm really nervous. It's been at least like 21 days since I played.
Oh goodness, the game sound is so loud on this one.
Disgusting.
Is there a way I can turn that down on here without... Is my controller connected?
Hold on, sweet talking low.
I might have to rehost the room real quick. Options.
I can ease.
Where do you do the options here?
You go to options.
Oh, I gotta go back to here, this menu. Okay. It's been a while since I've done this.
Oh wait, does Fat Nerd have that cheating European lag? Is that?
He is European.
Sword lag.
I'm European.
Alright, room is up.
So I'll get ready for his swords to go through time and space.
However, I'm
gonna close the recording, at least that's going up. I should have closed that a few minutes ago. If anybody has watched the recording up until this point, thank you very much. Congratulations to our winners of the X-Gen tournament, Xanxus and Sam. And